What is going on, everybody? Anthony, sorry, I brought you right out of the gates. Got to get you going on there, man. So, thank you everybody for jumping in here. Whoever's jumping in for the live stream or watching this on a replay, I'm excited. We got a big old NECA mystery box of horror figures to figure out what I got and what we think about all those. And Anthony has some cool collections of himself, and it's fun to have somebody that's really into it to jump in and give your feedback too. What I'm opening up out of that box. So
Dude,
thank you for joining in.
No, thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm very excited to see what you open up, because it could be, NECA has so many horror figures, and I think if I had to guess, they'll lean away from the Alien and Predator franchise because they bleed into sci-fi, and they already kind of did that. Because obviously you opened up, you did your sci-fi box, and you got
there's quite a bit of aliens in there. Yeah,
exactly. So I think they'll lean away from that, and we'll just stick to horror, like slasher movies, like just strictly horror, no like sci-fi or anything else,
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna have fun no matter what. But we were talking a little bit backstage that wouldn't mind a little Jason, a little Michael, or a little Chucky popping up somewhere in the whole box. Dude. So
I'm hoping, man, 'cause there's some good ones. There's some really good ones.
Yeah, there's actually one that I sent you a picture of that I held off buying just in case it was in this box.
I remember your favorite Jason.
Yes. Yep.
Favorite
Not
movie.
Everybody's favorite, but mine.
Yep. And now I just want to say too, now this box only has 10 figures as opposed to 14, correct?
Yes. So this is the smaller box. So they did adjust their mystery boxes. Yep. The prices and the number of figures that would come in it. So this will be a smaller box than the sci-fi one that we opened up. So there will not be as many figures. So that's not a disappointment. I went into it knowing that, but hoping we got some fun franchises. But we were joking backstage too, though, that the other one took forever to get to me. It ended up being, in my opinion, awesome.
Yes,
and
definitely.
I had very, very happy with that box, even though it took so long. This one I got pretty quickly, and then I sat on it because my scheduling or whatever. But I was like, it'd be fun to do another live stream and hang out with you and talk about it. And yeah, so I've had the box. Now it's my fault it took so long to get opened up and see what's in there. But
yeah, and for anyone who wasn't here the last time to see him unbox all of his sci-fi collectibles and everything, go check out that video too, because it was a lot of fun.
I was very, very happy with that one.
Yeah.
So I got to figure out something to do. I want to break some of them out and maybe every once in a while, like throw one back up here or something,
Yes.
So maybe get that Ed 209 sitting up there or something.
Ooh, yeah. I think you should, man. Absolutely. You can kind of maybe clear some stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
Kind of cycle through different things,
Mix it up a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. So, we got some people jumping in the chat as well. I'm going to run through that a little bit, and we'll try to go back and forth through that. I know last time I took forever to get to the box, so I will try not to do that this time. And then if we would just want to hang out and talk more after that, people can hang out. If they don't want to, that's fine. Or if we're done, that's
you gotta,
okay
you gotta
too.
Slowly build it up. You gotta build up the anticipation.
Lean into it a little bit.
Let people fill in, to the stream. So I get it.
Well, you never know. You never know. There could be a lot of other exciting streams going on tonight. So, if you are jumping in here, I truly, truly appreciate it.
Well, thank God we didn't stream last night because holy God, there were some big boys streaming
big,
last night. So I'm glad we.
There were some big hitters going.
Yeah,
there was big hitters going.
Yeah,
I was away where I could not jump in too much, but I did poke in just to like look at some, and yeah, there's some good sized live streams going on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I'm happy with mine, so let's go. Let's go. Let's see who is in here. Let me, if I can do this. I'm trying to remember now because I'm trying StreamYard out again, and it's a little different. It's been a little while, but
I was gonna say I noticed that you switched back to StreamYard. I'm like,
yeah,
he didn't do that the last time we streamed. It was that other one.
Nope.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
So I'm trying it out again because I was having some problems, and yeah, we'll just say that I was having some problems and trying this out again. I'm trying to figure out what I want here, but got Horror with Nads in here. Nadia, what's going on? Saying what's up, nerds.
That's a great name.
yeah. She says she always gets comments about that, but it's Nadia. But yeah, I was like, I love the name, but she was like, yeah, you would love to see the comments I get about that.
Yeah. That's funny though. Hey.
Yep, I agree. Ari's World, what's going on? Saying, hey, buddy, I'll be at volleyball. We'll try to say hi right at the start. No worries at all. Thanks for jumping in, saying hi. Yeah, we got Allie.
What's up, Allie, baby? How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, everyone. Let's get this unboxing party started. Yep. We'll see what's in here. Hopefully everybody else is excited to see what's in the box as well. Steve, what's going on? Just Moody saying, hey, everyone.
Hey, Steve.
Got Johnny in here. What's Johnny watching? What's up, cool kids?
The big dog. What's up, Johnny? Yep. And I always ask him, what are you watching tonight after us, man? I always want to know what Johnny's watching.
He's got a big list. He's got a big list going on. He's got a series going on his channel, so he's got a lot of movies to watch.
He's busy.
Holland Oates in here saying, what's up, Corey and Anthony?
Mr. Oates. Mr. How you doing, sir? Now it's an official stream.
Yep. Mr. Oates is in here, so we're good. We got Lost Boy Rob saying, what's up, gentlemen? All you badass in the chat. Woo!
What's going on, Rob?
Rob bringing the heat.
Rob's got one hell of a collection too, man.
Yeah.
If you go over to his channel and check it out, yeah, he's got a lot of killer like busts and statues and figures and posters and all sorts of crazy stuff, man. It's really cool.
I'll go over there and get jealous.
Me too.
That's why I love watching YouTube. There's so many people. I'm like, just like, I can't get all that, but I love watching you have it. But got Xteen in here saying, hey, all.
What's up, Chris?
Thanks for jumping in. All right. I'm trying to make my way through the chat. I'm going slow tonight. It's been a long couple weeks. And hopefully my voice holds out. I feel perfect now, but I have been fighting a little bit of a cold or something. So it's
the
still
changing
hanging up.
Of the season.
Yeah.
Get the pollen in the air.
Something's hanging on. It wants to hang on. So I might be muting every once in a while, but I appreciate everybody putting up with me. So we got Video Mind. Gizmo, what's up?
What's up, Gizmo? How's it going, man?
Gizmo said something polite to Holland, and no. Hello, Gizmo. Love to see you, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude.
Gizmo, I'm gonna be following by a Hitcher. We got Adrian James in here saying, hey, hello there, fellas. Hey, Adrian. All right, I'm trying to get through this. Gizmo saying, Holland, that's... Hey, I told you, Gizmo, that's the only way my dog is comfortable, so leave him alone. That's how he goes. That's how he goes. Ari's World said, let's go. Thank you for jumping in, saying hi again. Oh, my chat's bumping all over the place. Thank you, guys. Dell's in here saying, what's up?
What's up, Dell? Dell and Johnny just did a stream together.
I know. I was watching the replay of that. Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch it live, but I was watching the replay of that. Very cool when you see two buddies that you're like, oh yeah, I want to hear them talk about some movies. Let's go.
They're talking about Girl Fight and Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah, two good movies they got going on there.
I haven't seen Girl Fight, but I've seen Drag Me to Hell, but I gotta check out Girl Fight. Yeah.
Yep. Got some good ones going. Gitsy Corey. I don't know. Ari, I appreciate you being here. I'll read things wrong all the time, so sorry. Johnny was saying I just finished Network and I have no idea what I'm watching later.
Ooh, okay.
We can give you some suggestions. No.
Oh yeah, always.
He's got a big list. Eli, what's going on, man? Saying what's up, Corey, Anthony, and chat.
Hey Eli, how's it going, man?
Thanks for jumping in, man.
I think didn't he say he just turned 30 something, I believe.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I can't remember if that was on your channel or somebody's live stream, but I heard him say I believe he just turned 30.
If I forgot that, I'm sorry.
Eli, but yeah, I thought he said that. Yeah.
I just had a birthday, and I was joking that I'm on my farewell tour of my 40s. So last year of my 40s, man.
Oh wow. There you go.
Getting old. Getting old. Eli say, don't forget to slash the like button and sub to both these awesome channels. I would agree with that completely, Eli. Thank you very much. And I do have Anthony's link in the description, so you want to check his channel out. I think it's well worth it. Please go click it and sub and do all that fun stuff. So
thank you, sir.
Yeah, got to do that. But Holland saying, Eli, long time no see. There's probably another live stream earlier, but Ari was saying walking over to volleyball. Oh, have fun with volleyball. Thanks for jumping in, saying hi. I appreciate it very, very much. Ari was saying hit that thumbs up. Yep, we always appreciate it.
Whenever I think of volleyball, I always think of the Meet the Parents, where he spikes the volleyball and hits her in the nose and like breaks her nose.
Blood's going everywhere.
Blood all over the What are you
That's
doing,
a good
Fokker?
One. Yeah. Come on, Fokker. What's going on? Great name for him for the movie too. So Gizmo was saying, have you seen Mission Impossible? Do you see the inside of the cabin? Did you see the inside of the cabin in the film? That is my work. Now I can finally say it. Okay.
Oh, Gizmo. It's funny, Gizmo. I literally just got back from seeing the Dead Reckoning, the newest Mission Impossible movie. And I did, the cabin looked great, man. You did an awesome job. I know exactly what scene he's talking about, and it did. Looked amazing.
Oh, I can't wait. Gizmo, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central Time, I'll be sitting in a theater far away from me so I can see it in IMAX.
Yeah, the cabin felt very lived in and good lighting and stuff. Well, I know he didn't do the lighting probably, but the cabin felt very realistic and lived in, and all that good stuff. So it was dressed up very well. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Gizmo, I will give you my critique after I watch the movie. No, I'm just kidding. That's awesome, though. That's very cool.
Corey's like, this doesn't feel cabin-y enough.
Yeah. This doesn't feel like a cabin. Come on.
What's going on?
Gizmo was like, screw you.
All right.
Ours was talking about Minecraft today. Nope.
No.
I've not seen it. Nothing against it. I just haven't seen it.
Those kids were tearing up some theaters in those Minecraft shows.
I've seen some YouTube videos and shorts that are like, I'd be probably arrested because I'd probably smack some kid or something.
Oh,
sorry,
man, yeah.
Don't hold that against me. But I'm like,
I agree.
If you're ripping up a theater where they're struggling to make money, and you're tearing up stuff, they
destroyed it. Did you see those pictures of just like there's like the whole floor looks like popcorn. You can't even see the floor anymore.
Well, I saw like they're ripping seats out of the floor and crap.
Oh yeah, that's going way.
They can't afford that.
No.
Theaters are like hoping you just buy a bag of popcorn so they can keep their lights on. It's like,
please buy our 12 M&Ms. Please.
Buy some sour gummy bears or something. Or like, come on, Sour Patch Kids, come on. We got to keep the movies going. Yep. I have been trying to get out to the theater a little bit more this year. I don't know if you've gotten to too many in the theater.
Yeah. I always try to. Especially the ones that I really like, the indie horror movies. I always try to support those in the theater.
Oh man, mystery movie night. I didn't get to do the stream with, I see her in the chat. I will get you in a second, but Sin is in here. There's a fun group that they have more mystery movie nights than I do. but it's a cheaper amount, and you don't know exactly what you're getting. You get a
Yeah.
rating, but they will say if it's a horror. So Monday was Bring Her Back, and it was
Ooh.
the directors of Talk to Me,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
and oh my, they still leaned into that. I don't want to give anything away, so if you want to see it or something, but they still leaned into the grieving and loss
Ooh,
process, kind
yeah.
of that I felt they did with Talk to Me. And there was a couple scenes that went to some points of what do get to me, and I hit cringed a couple times. So
Oh.
I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And
Oh, so
we had
oh,
a
you
couple walk
cringed at
out.
the you cringed at like the horror aspect, not
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, it
Mm-hmm.
didn't make you. I thought you were gonna say it got you like emotional, but you were
Well,
like,
that it did have some emotional things where I'm just like, "Gosh, what would you do? What would you do? You would like to think you would do something better than some people do, but like if you lose somebody super close to you that you love, like what would you do? What how far would you go to
to bring
have
him
another
back,
moment
or
with them, kind of,
right?
or something? But no, there's some things that are done in horror movies that there's like two things that will get to me, and
Oh,
not to give anything away, but
I
like,
have a feeling I know what it. But you said that there was a couple that actually walked out of the
yep,
theater
they walked out.
because.
Yep,
Oh yeah, I have a
yep.
feeling I know
They
where
got
you're
to a
going with
point where
there.
they were like, nope, that's
Yeah,
too much, and they walked
yeah,
out. But
yeah.
anyway,
No, I can't wait to see. You got me hyped up for it, man. I'm
yeah,
excited. Yeah.
it's worth watching. I'd say it's worth a watch. So, Dell was saying had a great time chatting with Johnny.
Oh yeah.
Always a good time. You guys hanging out. And there's Sin. I was talking about saying hello, hello.
Sin. How's
Just
it
gonna
going?
listen in for a while. I edit a video. You're doing
Oh,
important stuff then. Thanks for jumping in
multitasking.
and saying hi. I still got to listen, Sin. I got to listen to your standalone review of Bring Her Back as well. I marked that for my watch later, so I got to get back to that. So that list grows quite a bit too. So
Mm.
Eli was saying I'm turning 39 on the 30th. Thanks for remembering.
Oh, he's turning 39 on the 30. Okay, I missed. Okay, I knew he said something about 30. Okay, so on the 30th he's turning 39. All right, that's awesome, dude.
So if
That's so
you're,
cool.
yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna be turning 39 this year as well. So, yeah,
I did that about a decade ago, man. So
yeah, yeah.
that's all right. Gizmo was saying, Johnny, good to see you here. Keeping cool with the green people, military green. All right, all right.
Military grade.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Prince, what's going on? Big Trouble in Little
Oh,
China. More like Big Trouble in Mortal Kombat. There you go.
big trouble
Good to
in
see you,
Little China.
Prince. Hope
What's
all
up,
is
Prince? Yeah,
well.
he just watched Big Trouble in Little China for the first time last night,
Oh,
and
nice.
we were talking and we were making like some comparisons to, like, Mortal Kombat would come out in '95, and it feels a little bit like Big Trouble in Little China with certain things, like the Raiden guy and just some of the visuals and stuff. So you kind of wonder. I was just thinking like maybe Mortal Kombat was inspired by that a little bit, but obviously it's based on a video game. But still, it does kind of remind me of Big Trouble in Little China a little bit when I watch it.
Nice. Nice. I'm trying to catch up with the chat quick, and we'll get into this box. I promise we'll get there. Sin was saying I saw it in IMAX for my screen last night. It was a nice surprise. Uh, Maybe Mission Impossible. Sorry, I don't know which one. I fall behind on the chat, so that seems like a IMAX movie. That's where I was like, I'm gonna go down there. I kind of figured I'd plan the day where I could go down, hit the IMAX theater in the morning, and have some lunch with my mom, and then maybe supper with my dad, and
Oh yeah,
be the good son, like I said, joking around. Not Macaulay
yeah,
Culkin, good son, but good
oh
son.
yeah.
All right, let's run through here some really quick. I appreciate everybody jumping in here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to run through because I want to get to the box because I know last time some people told me I took too long to get to it, and I want to get to it. We got Mama Blu-ray Bonnie. What's going on?
Mama
Saying
Blu-ray.
hello.
Hello,
Good to
hello.
see you. I hope you are doing well. We got Larry, the Horcat Dad, in here.
What's up,
No,
Larry?
no whammies, Corey. This box is gonna be awesome, my dude. Yep. Larry could not join us tonight. He is doing some Texas Frightmare Con, I think.
Oh,
I think he's got some big names. He's gonna be meeting some people, so I can't hate on him at all for that because I think some of the names I was seeing. I don't know who all he's gonna meet or get autographs or anything like that, but I saw some names after said he was going there. I looked up the list and yeah, there were some heavy hitters there.
oh man,
I'm not hating on him at all. I
I
believe
can't
that
wait
for
to
sure.
see what he gets signed and by who.
You know, I got a small one coming up in Des Moines the end of this month. I'm gonna try to go to. It'll be my first con.
Ooh, really? You're going to
Yep.
in your state?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
So
man,
it's
oh
a
man.
smaller one. It's a smaller one. There's a lot of voice actors, which is still pretty cool. But there is Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh, big dog.
Yeah. So I don't know if you have to buy a picture for them to autograph, but I ordered the steelbook of Full Metal Jacket, and I don't know if he would sign that or not.
Oh, I
So
think he will. I
I'm
think
gonna
he will. I think he'll
ask.
sign it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask. And then there was Brandon Roth, Superman
Ooh,
Returns. He's gonna
Superman.
be there.
Yeah.
He's an Iowa boy, so gonna be there too. So I was gonna take
He's
my blue.
he's he's also Bobby Long from Zack and Mary Make a Porno.
Yeah, there you
Sorry,
go.
sorry. What were you
Yep,
gonna say?
yep. No, and
Yeah.
he's in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, right?
Yes. Oh, I love him in that movie.
Yep.
Yes.
So I was gonna maybe take one of those to see whether he would sign that or whether I got to do that. Like sometimes I think they have like 8x10s there and you buy and they just will sign. You pick out of like a couple that they have there and that's what they're gonna do, which will be fine too. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do that at the end of this month if I could talk. But
Heck yeah, dude. I can't wait to see the autographs that you get and
we'll
like the
see.
people that you meet. Get some cool pictures there while you're
I
there. You know.
I hope so. Yeah. I applied for a press pass for that and I've not gotten
Ooh.
any reply, so I'm guessing that's my answer. So that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. Someday maybe I will. But we'll
Don't
we'll
you know who
see.
the hell I am?
Yeah. People know me. Don't you know who I am?
Right.
Yeah, no, I don't pull that, but I just was like, hey, it doesn't cost anything to throw in the
No,
request,
no,
and
why not?
there has been no response, so I figure that's my response. So maybe someday we'll get to that point. But we got a lot of highs back and forth. Oh, thank you everybody so much. Wow, we got a good group in here. We're gonna get to the box here real quick. But I have so much fun hanging out with Anthony and hanging out with you all as well too. Believe me, after the last couple weeks, this is what I needed, hanging out with some friends. So
Yeah, yeah,
I
man.
I, I appreciate it.
It's a good time.
Sin was saying upcoming mystery movie is gonna be another horror. Oh, is that the June
Yes.
2nd one? I think that's the one I got in mind. So maybe I'll have to try to get to that one soon.
Maybe it will be together.
Ooh,
Yeah. I don't know when that comes out, but I keep
I don't
seeing
know.
more trailers and advertising for it, so I'm assuming it's coming up quick. I don't know.
That'd be pretty cool. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yep.
Prince was asking Anthony, if you haven't seen Hard Boiled, man, that's like the very peak of Hong Kong action cinema.
I do need to see that movie, and I know Gizmo probably wants to kick me in the ass for not seeing that action movie because that's like one of his favorites. Um, but I do need to see Hard Boiled. The problem is it's just really hard to see the
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
because there's not. But now they're releasing a physical media release for it through Shout Factory is going to release it. So I'm gonna pick it up. I've heard literally nothing but amazing things about that movie. So
I've always heard
yeah.
so many good things. I don't think I've seen it before, but
Yeah, I can't wait to check it out. I know a lot of people, it's like their favorite action movie. It's like that, The Raid, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, you know.
get some
Yep.
good action going.
Yep.
So, thank you everybody. I think we got about 18 in here right now. I appreciate it so much. We got Nanette in here saying hello everyone. Nanette's
Hello,
Blood
Nanette.
Rose Horror Nightmare. Sorry, I
Got
couldn't
it.
say
Got
that.
it.
I only can say two words correctly, and then after that, it's hit or miss. So, Nanette, thank you for jumping in and saying hi. Sin was saying, yeah, that review went live yesterday. My current edit is for Mission Impossible. Then I need to
Ooh.
film a review of Lilo and Stitch. Whew. And
Wow.
actually, I saw you say a positive comment about that on X, Sin, and that was actually one I thought about maybe checking out. It looked interesting. The new live action kind of Lilo and
Yeah.
Stitch. So
Yeah.
something a little different, mix it up a little bit, going to the theater. But okay, here we go. Here we go. Bonnie was saying, I'm turning 30 again. Wait, I'll be younger than my daughter. LOL.
There you go.
Hey, that's all right. That's okay.
Yeah.
We won't question you.
Nope.
Just go with it. Just go with it. Gizmo was saying, hard boiled, the killer, once a thief, always amazing, Princey.
Yeah.
So we got some votes there. Sam was saying, yeah, sorry, it was for Mission Impossible, the IMAX screening. It was filmed for IMAX. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central. Set your clocks. You'll look at it and be like, I know everybody's going to be excited and be like, Corey's sitting in the theater right now, getting ready to watch Mission Impossible in IMAX.
Yes. Yes.
10 a.m. Central. So I know you were waiting to find out what time I was going to see it. So there you go.
No, no.
We got Chubbs in here saying, what's up, fellas?
What's
Thanks
up,
for jumping in.
Chubbs? Man, I haven't seen him in a while. I remember that name.
Good to
Back
see
in
you,
the day.
Mo. Good to
Yeah,
see
Chubbs.
you. Dell was saying City on Fire heavily influenced Reservoir Dogs. Excellent film. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Wow, you guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm trying to catch up with everything, and then we'll get to the box. I promise. I'm not doing any better than the last time, I don't think, right now. So, Johnny was saying it's nice to see Corey trying to use my catchphrase to get his way. Hey, I just steal stuff, Johnny, that you know that.
There's so many great catchphrases out there. Sometimes I'll be thinking about them too. I'm like, oh man, that's such a good one.
Yep. Hey, Bacon, what's going on? Park and Sip saying, you good, Corey? Yeah. Who did you want? Wait, what? Who did you want to point him out? I'll handle it.
He said,
oh, was I calling somebody out?
Who did what to you? Point him out. I'll handle it. Yeah.
Gosh, I can't read. Sorry, Bacon. Anthony is my translator for tonight. So
I want to know what you're sipping on, though, Park and Sip.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
You got to always ask him.
I always ask, yeah.
Sin was saying, no, it's the mystery movie for this coming Monday. I can't go to that one on the 2nd. I'll be screening The Ballerina. Nice that day.
Ooh.
But I'll still join your live stream talk the next day it happens. Well, as
Damn,
long as they still let me on, I'll get on there.
Sin sees it all.
Oh, she gets, yeah, she's hitting screeners and stuff. I get jealous.
Yeah.
I'm just like, is it on Netflix yet? Or no?
Yeah, she's got a good mix. She's got like horror.
Oh yeah, she's
kids
hitting
movies,
a lot of stuff.
Action movies. I'm like, geez.
Got to keep it mixing up. Talking about mixing it up, we got Laren in here.
Laren
Milk and Anthony.
What's up,
man?
He's got the bald thing going.
He's
now.
got the shave. He looks good.
It does.
Looks
Looks straight, man. Yeah.
The shave works for him, man. He's
little Breaking Bad action, you know. Hell yeah.
All right, I'm gonna speed run here, and then we'll hit some more chats. But I'm talking a lot. We got a lot of highs back and forth, which I love. Keep doing that. Keep on doing it. Sin was saying, of course you're invited, Corey. It's yeah. Hey,
stop.
Yeah, stop.
I love it when she says that. Stop.
Gizmo. Sorry. As soon as I was reading that, I get Gizmo slap my ass and call me Bacon. Hey, Nikki, what's going on? Good evening, Corey and Anthony. Thank you, Nikki, for jumping in and saying hi.
Yeah. Welcome.
Always love to see you.
Will be here too.
We'll see. Okay. Yeah. I have blabbered long enough. We will blabber more, but I'm going to at least cut into this, and I'm ready to at least pull something out. I want to see something out of there. Yeah. I'm dying to. I had to put it in the other room because I was getting too curious. But
I know I kept waiting. I'm like, don't you touch that tape?
I did not open. This is a blind box unboxing. I did not cheat at all. I'm really gonna try hard to not look at anything in there and just kind of reach in. Oh, we got some. We got some bubble wrap or something. We got some.
Oh, some bubble bladders.
Yep, we got some of that in there.
Some air bladders.
which is good. We'll see what we can get here. Okay,
The first
number one. What are we gonna grab? Ooh, if I could get the box open. I'm trying not to look too. We have
Oh,
American Werewolf in London.
That's a good one.
Nice. Okay, that's not what I said, but that's a great movie. Oh, it's got like a lenticular.
Yep, I've got that figure too. Yeah, that's a great one.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, let's get this opened up.
I love it.
Oh, nice. So it's like the.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. The
Yep.
glare. Everybody, hopefully you can see it a little bit. That is not.
Dude, that's killer.
Gosh.
And check it out because it's got the 3 alternate heads.
Oh yeah, it's got a
that
bunch
can
of
go
stuff
on
in
instead of the one that's on there. So 4 heads total for this figure. So if you're a nut like some of us or whatever, you can get 4 soldiers, so you can display all 4 heads.
Sorry, the glare, but I'm trying to show it a little bit. But yeah, that's got a lot of options there for that.
And they're all great, man. I love all those sculpts.
Oh,
they look phenomenal.
That's nice. They got a couple different, like Bowie knives or whatever, whatever you call it. One that's clean. One's got blood on it.
Yeah.
You got torch.
Yep.
This is the geeky part of me, but I like the lenticular.
Me too. I used to have it hanging on my wall because I just like looking at the lenticular effect,
Yeah.
Like a kid looking at a shiny object, like, ooh,
that is. I'm like, I don't even open the box. I'm just like, oh, that's pretty.
I know it is a beautiful box.
Okay, that's a great. To me, that's a good start for this one.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I love that the soldier. Yeah, you got a lot of.
Which head sculpt is your favorite out of those 4?
Ooh.
Which one do you think you'll display?
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to look at them right now.
That's tough.
They're they're honestly all pretty cool.
They are. They really are.
I'm trying to cop out on the answer here. Maybe I'll have to like alternate them.
Well, no, absolutely. That's what's great about it. Because it's cool that you have like 2 that kind of have more of the wolf look, and then I think there's 2 that have more of the human kind of.
They
look
got a
to
good
them,
picture on this side, kind of showing the different.
Man,
there's some good looks there.
Those
the
are so
full out wolf, I kind of like that right there.
Yeah,
I kind of like that, and the helmet one too. I can't point right when I'm looking in them. Those are both. They're all very cool though, but I think
you got the machine gun.
Yeah,
you got the knife. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Killer.
I'm happy with that. I hope the rest of it goes along those lines. So we got figure number 1, and then I'll jump back in the chat too. We'll do a few of these because I was told last time I took too long getting to them. So we're gonna try to do this, and then I will.
That's a great start, though. That was really
I like it.
Ooh, I already see it. Yes.
Conjuring 2.
Love it.
Try not to look in the box. So we got the Crooked Man.
The Crooked Man. Oh, dude, that one's so nice as well. I love the look of that.
He's freaky. Those faces, and it's got multiple faces for him too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's kind of creepy. Look at that.
I know. I wish I remembered what they said. It's like a crooked man who had a crooked smile, who had a crooked walk, and had a crooked laugh. I don't know. I can't remember what they say in the movie, but it's so good. Yeah.
All right. I'm feeling good so far with the horror.
Oh, that's going to look really nice displayed on your shelf too, because it's tall, it's kind of lengthy, like the long arms and legs, and it's got that like purple suit and hat and everything. That would look great back there.
Well, and we were talking about too, I need to clear some of this stuff out and maybe just like alternate once in a while, like bust some of these out of the box and like every once in a while do a different one posed up there. So
because what I do is I cut the box from the bottom to open it, and then I open because there's just like a little piece of tape on the bottom, and I cut,
Oh yeah, the little sticker. Kinda.
Yeah. So I just cut that little piece of tape, and then I open the flap, and then I take the figure out, and I take whatever weapons I want to display with it, and then I just close the box back up, and put it in the closet or whatever, because the box itself is just so awesome because it even has the window view.
Well, that's what I mean. I like the display that they do on these.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the gatefold jackets on vinyl albums. You know, you get the extra artwork and
Yep.
you know, a little extra. No, that's cool.
It
All
is.
right. I'm happy. I'm happy so far. We'll see what
Off to an excellent start.
we will see if the happiness keeps on going. We'll pull one more and then we'll jump
Okay.
in the chat a little bit, and then I don't know how many I'm supposed to expect in this one, so we'll see how many we got. We got another aliens.
Oh my
We got
god, they
another
did
aliens.
give you an alien.
I got another aliens.
Man.
That is a different one than I have. I don't have this one. That was not
thank
in.
goodness.
That was not in the other box. So that's a positive. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Look at that.
Oh dang! Yeah, he's got some color to him. I like it.
We got
like
Panther
that.
alien.
That's so fun, dude. You could have a whole alien display.
I'm just gonna have like 6 of them lined up.
Yeah.
I'll have to do that tail on that. It's pretty wicked. I'm liking that. But no, so yes, I got quite a few aliens the last time, but this one was not in there. This is a different one. That's nice.
Awesome, dude.
I kind of like that
awesome.
one. That's kind of
I like it too, yeah. Yeah.
All right, we got Panther alien. Okay. Feeling good. We're going to run through the chat a little bit and keep on going. I'm trying to do a balance of this stuff. I only can do so much. But where did I leave off?
Yeah, I thought that was a good start.
So far, good 3 polls. First 3 polls, pretty good. I'm feeling good about it.
3, then the chat, then 3, then the chat, then 3, then the chat, and then save the last one for.
Is that how many I'm going to have? I don't even know how many are supposed to be in here.
I want to say there's 10. I think.
Okay.
And if there's one that feels like a bigger box, maybe save that one.
I'll say that because that's what happened with the last one.
Yeah.
I went and grabbed. I'm like, I can't grab that with one hand. I'm like, that's got to wait. That's got to wait. And it was a good finale for that one. Yeah. So I'll do that. But Sin was saying she just subbed up for you. There.
Oh, thanks, Sin. Awesome.
Went ahead and fixed that.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Always appreciated. Let me look here. I might skip by a lot of the highs back and forth. We got Jamie Hart in here saying hello.
Jamie!
What's up, Jamie? I'm a little squirrely tonight, so sorry if I go too loud on my microphone.
No, I dig it. I dig it.
We got Gizmo saying Corey is like a little kid who just tasted bacon for the first time in his life. Lenticular bacon. Oh man. Yeah. Right there.
I got some bacon in the fridge right now.
Hey. Everything's better with bacon, right?
It is.
Everything. It's back and forth. Bonnie's Corey, we are all geeks. Hey.
True.
Yeah, and we love each other. We got to do that for sure. Got Ashley in here, Zombie Girl.
What's up, Ashley?
So what's up, dudes?
What's up?
Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. If you're still in here, that might have been a little while ago. I'm behind on chat, so I appreciate you jumping in, saying hi.
Yep.
Admitting that you talked to me, you know. So no, I'm just kidding. Should be like, shut up.
She's like, unfollow.
Yeah, unfollow. Shut up. Don't be stupid. Allie was saying hi to Ashley. All right, let me go here. Prince was saying, I hope they stick the landing on Conjuring the Last Rites.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you right now, man, because I didn't like The Conjuring 3. I mean, I thought it was okay, but it was pretty, like, average at best, you know what I mean? To me, personally. Especially, like, the cinematography and everything. It almost looked like a made-for-Netflix movie or something.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the way it was shot at all. But this one, I saw the trailer for it, and I saw it on the big screen. And I was like, man, this looks really good. Like, the cinematography of it, like, just the way... It looks more like the first 2 films than how the third one looked, which the third one looked just like super glossy and just too well polished. But this Last Rites one looks good. And it kind of, I don't know. I hope they get back on track with this one. I really do. It looks promising from that trailer, though. I'll tell you that.
Got some hopes for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Where am I at? Jamie was saying, my mom used to say that Crooked Man nursery rhyme to me as a kid. No wonder I love spooky stuff.
Ooh, that's awesome.
You do like your spooky movies.
Your mom's like, okay, now go to sleep.
Yeah, right. Night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And you're sitting there shaking.
Right, you'll be just fine.
as they walk out of the room.
Right.
You know,
Like
do
a
a little
sinister laugh.
evil laugh. Prince was saying, Corey, please tell me you have a recent vinyl pickup. Yes, kind of.
Ooh, what you got?
If I can grab it. Sorry, gotta scoop my fat butt around. Got Seven Mary 3. This was a CD that I enjoyed in college. We got some 90s rock going on.
Love it.
And
Love
they
it.
did a limited edition release of this that I pre-ordered forever ago on Amazon. Pushed it back, and then they canceled my order. So I was not happy. But then I found there was a European import that I could get. So, and this is just regular black vinyl, which is fine because I got it. I can listen to it. But so this was my recent vinyl pickup. This was a college one that I liked, and I remember the girl I went on a date with the night. We went to see a movie, and we went into the record shop for me to buy this CD. She looked at this cover and looked at me and was like, "Oh, nice," and kind of like, you know, and I'm like. Granted to say she is not my wife right now, so my wife had a stronger stomach and could put up with me liking some things.
Corey
so.
kicked her ass to the curb, like, "You're out of here.
You're not strong enough. Get out of here." I still remember this day though. She had looked at it and she was like, "Oh, nice," and I'm like, "Well, I struck out on that one, but that's all right. That was before I met my wife, so we're all good. It was meant to be, right?"
Yep, exactly.
Okay, next topic. But that was my recent vinyl. Barbie Alien. I don't know about that one. We got D in here saying, "What's up, Corey Anthony?"
What's going on, man?
Thank you.
Chaos.
Devil's having some. He's saying nice for that. I love it. All right. I'm trying to scan this really quickly.
Gizmo comment.
I always scan his. No. I haven't gotten to that one yet. Bacon was saying it's going, considering taking a nap. Go for it, man.
Oh, okay.
Get them in when you can. Get them in when you can. Jamie was saying I'm eating bacon right now. Wow. There you go.
Man. Oh my goodness.
Maybe after this, I'm going to be frying some bacon up.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We got Rob in here. Rob's vintage video saying, "What's up, dudes? Didn't want to Didn't we unbox a box for unboxing not too long ago?" Yes, we did.
We did.
That one was sci-fi. This one is horror.
Horror.
Bacon, tomato, right, or whatever. There we go. All right, I'm hurrying. We'll get back to it. We'll get a few more in here. I want to say hi to people like Texas coming in.
Oh, Russell, what's going on?
Russell saying, "Hey, Corey, Anthony, the horror pimp." Russell, I was going to tell you the other night on your stream, it'd been a little while since I'd seen you. The haircut's looking pretty tight, man.
Yeah.
You got it got it all trimmed up,
awesome.
Man. It looks good, man.
Corey, you shaved your beard.
I shaved the beard. The beard is gone.
To get haircuts and this and that. I'm telling
you.
Because look, Laren shaved his head.
Yep. Influencer.
Russell got a haircut, took it way down. I mean, I don't know. I think this is all you, Corey.
I'll take it. I'll do that. Yep. The beard will come back. I had people asking me when the weather turns colder again. We'll do that again. So, Del was just saying, I just watched another Simple Favor. It definitely felt and looked like a Netflix series they compressed into a movie.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's one thing about those.
You got that feeling with some of those for sure.
Yeah, look too glossy, too shiny. Too digital.
All right, we got a lot of highs back and forth. Okay. Hold on. Got one more comment, and then I'll put a pin in it, and we'll do 3 more here.
Hopefully it's about bacon.
Holland said, "Hair influencer, but still can't get a press pass." Come on. Yeah, I know, right?
Do you know who the hell I am?
Des Moines Con is too big for me.
Right.
People are like, "What?" I'm like, "Yep."
Corey's gonna review bomb that con into the
no.
Trash.
I won't do that. I'll just do maybe a video and like whine about paying for a ticket every once in a while.
Gandolfini who?
Yeah. D'Onofrio.
Gandolfini.
Hey, I take him too. Yeah.
Poor Gandolfini. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
buddy.
I take him too, man. Texas was saying summer's here sucks, so I needed a. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, I'm right there with you, man. That's why the beard came off with me. But got Culture Trini in here saying, "What up? What up?
What's up, Trini?
Love seeing you. Don't see you enough, man. No pressure, but always love seeing you around. So good to see you, man.
Trini is the Criterion Master.
He is the Criterion Collection. So when you see the Criterion Closet, that's like his place.
That's just Trini's place right
they
there.
take people into Trini's place.
Taking little field trips in there.
Yep,
like, Trini, we're just stopping by again. We got a bus full of people.
Trini doesn't have it. It's not worth buying.
So. Exactly.
Giving you a hard time, Trini, but you do have a crazy Criterion collection. Yep. Crazy in a good way. So we'll say that. All right, 3 more. I'll put a pin in it.
More?
3 more. We'll do 3 more. I'll try to keep going. I get sidetracked so much.
Oh, don't get that big box. Save that big box for last.
That one's kind of bigger. I'm gonna move on from that one. My arm can't reach so far. I'm trying so hard not to look. Oh, we got a little Frankenstein.
A little classic Universal monster.
We got some ultimate Frankenstein monster. Oh, I kind of like that. That's kind of nice.
I dig it. You got the one in color too.
I got
the
color.
Black and white one as well.
That's right. I've seen people pulling for all the Universal monsters. They got the black and white and the colored versions of those. So
they do. They're all really nice.
That, if I could get the glare off of it, that's a nice looking.
I can see it perfectly fine.
That's a nice looking.
That's sharp, man. Love that box too.
I like the box. I love the artwork on it. Look at
it's
that.
got like the spot gloss.
Yeah.
On there as well. Yeah.
You can see a little shiny. Get the light on there.
He's coming for you.
I'm liking that. That's nice.
That's a beaut. Do you enjoy the Universal monsters, like those films, those classic films? Do you like
yes,
those?
I do. Yes, I do. I do have that first 4K set they have of the 4. I need to get the second one, but I do have the first one that had like Frankenstein and oh gosh, I'm trying to think.
Did it have Wolfman?
Yes, I think so.
Dracula?
And I think Dracula, maybe Phantom of the Opera.
Because there's also the Mummy. There's also the Invisible Man.
Yeah, there's 2 sets. I got the first
from the
one.
Black Lagoon.
I don't think I have that one.
I'm just naming off all the Universal monsters, just so
So I got the first 4K set that they came out with, and I got to get the second one. So because I do enjoy them. Those are ones that I watched as a kid. And
do you have a favorite?
I don't know. Like it seems like I saw a lot of Frankenstein and Wolfman. So I think those 2. But Creature from the Black Lagoon is pretty cool. I always thought it was pretty cool.
What about Bride of Frankenstein? I hear a lot of people say that's the best one.
She's killer. We'll go for that too. It's been a long time since I've seen it. So, and I think that is in the different set that I have. I don't think I have Bride of Frankenstein in mine. So I need to look back at those. But no, they're good. It's cool to see some of the history of horror movies, and then you can, even in some of these old ones, you can see some stuff in newer movies that you're like, yeah, they watched that one.
Right.
They saw that movie. But no, I love it. I'll take the free. I will say right now, same with the last box. Mm-hmm. These boxes are in really good shape.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Like even the hang tags are not ripped or anything.
And those are what gets destroyed.
Yeah, that's the first.
Anything.
That's the first thing.
The hang tag. Yeah.
So far, these boxes they look like they're new. Like I would not have any problem grabbing one off a shelf at a store. So
very nice. Yeah, because sometimes when you go into Target, those boxes have been tore up, man.
Somebody was punting it around and pulling at it. And... All right, here we go. We're going to do another one. I'll stop talking.
Maybe it'll be another Universal monster.
Trying to see where I can grab something with
a little Wolfman action or something.
Okay, we'll see what this one. This feels a little different. We got another alien.
Oh my god, we got
lots of aliens. I'm going to have an alien horde. gonna have an
I'm
Alien Horde.
surprised. Yeah, that's.
Um,
Do you have
I
that
don't.
one?
Nope, that was not in the other one either.
Maybe they were
So,
smart. Maybe they were like, okay,
so
we're
that's
gonna
a different
save
one.
these aliens for this box, and then these other ones for this one. So maybe so that way that you wouldn't get like duplicates or whatever. Dude, you're gonna have an alien army on your
I got
hands.
the army going. They got. No, this is kind of that throwback NECA box. You know,
It
they.
is, yeah, 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 like
Yeah.
the retro style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
So the alien prototype suit. No,
Yeah,
this was not. So I've not had any duplicates yet between the two boxes. So, which
that's
is
so
possible
cool.
because some things bleed across, like aliens, or alien. Um, they can go either way, sci-fi or horror. But okay,
Yeah, it's cool seeing the behind the scenes footage on that where you see the guy getting like into the suit and
yeah,
everything. And yeah, that's awesome.
great movie.
I love
All
that they
right,
do that.
so
That they give you like like that's what's great about NECA is they do so many different. They're like, how about the prototype suit for Alien?
yeah.
Like that's such a cool because it's just so different and kind of random and like who would think to even do that? You know, it's like I don't know. I love that.
All right, I'm gonna have like 6 of them lined up behind me someday.
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta get
at
that like
least.
lined up. I got quite a few of them now,
Yeah.
but all of them are different, so I'm not gonna complain at all. All right, one more.
One
We'll
more.
chat some more. Ooh, this one feels different. This one feels
Yeah,
a
we
little
got a
different. We'll
box.
see what this one is. Oh, we got another Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, you got the bendy fig, the glow in the dark bendy fig,
All
right?
right,
Yeah.
NECA Frankenstein monster glows in the dark.
Ooh, yes. That's sweet. That's cool. So now you got a couple different Frankensteins,
Yeah,
actually. That's
I could
nice.
tell that felt like a different box. You know, it
Yeah,
had
like
the
a more like a blister pack.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yep.
the Flash Gordon ones I got in the last set.
Exactly.
They had
Yep.
I had a couple of those in the last set that were like this. But these are the ones you can't
Dude.
open up and put back. The other ones you
No,
can.
so you got to decide whether you want to
Yep.
open it up and display it or if you want to sell it or give it away or whatnot. But
All right, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna do a glow in the dark test later. We're gonna find out if that thing glows really well, or it's got to be
yeah.
in the sun for a little bit. All right, was that 3? We talk for a little bit, or
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Because yeah, it was
one, two,
Frankenstein,
three,
Alien. Yeah.
four, five, 6? Yep. Okay. All right. I hope everybody. Thank you so much. We still got a really good group in here hanging out with us. I appreciate it so much. All the friends coming in, hanging out, putting up with me, talking nonsense for a while. And I know you're here for Anthony, but I'm okay.
Oh yeah. No.
I'm okay. I'm okay. You're here for him, and
They're
hang
here
on,
for you, but
talk to
they're
me
here.
for a
They're
little
here for
bit.
the box. They want to see
Yeah.
what's in that box.
Well, no, I missed hanging out with you, man. This was
Oh no,
good
me
to
too, man.
do this again.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been a lot of fun. Definitely.
I hope
Missed.
I hope it's not taken away from your night too much with me
Oh no, no,
running
not
through
at
some of
all.
this stuff. But
This is great.
Johnny was saying, I wish my Criterion collection was as deep as Trini's. Yep. So does Criterion, because I think he's probably got stuff they don't have anymore. No, in all honesty, I know I joke around, but from what I've heard and what I've seen on some things, he's got a good collection. He's got a good collection. He says, nah, bigger and way better out there. No, you still got a great collection, man.
Yep.
Way bigger and nicer than mine. Nanette was saying, nice Frankenstein monster. Yeah, I got 2. And that could have been a little while ago, but I got 2 really good ones. So, yeah, it's kind of fun. But like you said, Anthony, I could see where this would be a little more of a hesitation for somebody like you that has collected these for quite a while, and where I don't have them and I want to dip my toe into it, and
Yeah.
I don't have the as big of a chance of getting a duplicate of something I already have or something. So
No, I think that's what's awesome about it is because right, you don't own any of these,
yeah,
So now it's like you're starting up your collection. This is kind of a great way to do it.
yeah,
And then once you're kind of like, sick of doing the random boxes or whatever, you can kind of start
pick
being a
and
little bit
choose.
more selective on what you get. But
Absolutely. So far though, and it's nice so far. I've not had any duplicates cross my fingers so far
yeah,
between the boxes, so which is good. Jamie was saying Breda is a masterpiece. There you
there you
go.
go. There you go.
And Johnny was saying those old Universal monster films are still great. Yep.
Yep.
They hold the test of time. Johnny weighing in on Bride as well, I think there, saying still great. And Jamie saying that's easily the best. I know I'm doing a little dancing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
I like it.
Instead of saying I'm shaking around. I don't know what I'm doing. That's what happens on a live stream. You don't know what you're going to get. So easily the best era there for Jamie.
Yeah.
I'll try not to dance so much this time. So.
No, do it.
Johnny was saying if I go to Starbucks, I always get a venti vanilla latte, but when I'm at home, I just throw a Folgers K-cup and a creamer into it. There you go. I must have missed. Oh, there we go. There was a question right there. What's your favorite kind of coffee? There you go.
Okay.
Fancy Johnny. There we go. Fancy Johnny. You love it.
I can't even pronounce what Allie gets because she got something from Starbucks and it had like 6 names. It was like, and I'm like, I mean, it tasted good. She gave me, like, I tried it, it was good, but I'm like, Jesus, how do you even remember the names of this stuff?
It's like a venti caramel macchiato upside down with soy.
Oh, dear God. Yeah, I just, I definitely have to have that written down. I'm like, oh, God.
I went into Starbucks one morning and I just wanted a coffee, just a plain coffee. Yeah. And they looked at me funny. Like, do you want anything? They were like, what would you like in that? And I'm like, no, just coffee. Thank you. I just need some caffeine. Just give me some good old coffee. And then I didn't know the names of the sizes. I'm like, give me the big one, whatever that is.
Oh, God, dude.
Do you mean Vente? And I'm like, whatever. That big one right there. Give me that.
They do a whole joke on that in the movie Role Models with Paul Rudd trying to order like a large. And they're like, you mean a Venti? So I'm like, oh, my God.
Yep.
You guys take this stuff way too seriously.
Yep. I felt like that for sure. Then I was saying you got a great group of NECA figures in your mystery box, Corey. Yeah, so far, pretty good. Got a few more. We'll get going in there. Got Tom in here saying cool box. Thank you very much. Thanks for jumping in. You might be a first timer through here, so I appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in and saying hey. Always appreciate it. You might have been around here before, but some people just kind of hang back and watch.
Well, cool this too. Is kind of different content for you as well, Corey, because normally you're talking about movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, it is different.
When you explore, like, when you get into, like, the collectibles and stuff, sometimes you pull in a different audience, because I know I've done that, because I'll talk about physical media, but then I'll talk about collectibles as well, and you kind of pull in 2 different audiences.
Yeah, which is cool. Because you have more than just, like, one interest, and you can run into other people. So, yeah, thanks for jumping in and saying hey.
Definitely.
I appreciate it. Holland making fun of me, saying, give me the big one. Yep, I literally said that. I literally said that at a Starbucks one time. I'm like, they were like, what size? I'm like, give me that big one right there. And what do you want in that? Nothing. Just give me coffee. I need caffeine. That's what I need. Allie was saying, I get an iced cherry chai latte. It wasn't that complicated. I had to stop and think about how to pronounce that when I.
Yep, I was like, all right.
What she said. Get
exactly right.
Allie was saying all I added to it was the size and the light ice. There you go.
Oh yeah. No, she doesn't even add anything really to it, but it's just the names, just the normal names without even adding anything to it is already it's like 4 names. And then if you add stuff to it, then it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. Because how some people are like, I want 2 drips of caramel and a little bit of milk in there.
And just a splash of soy.
Throw a booger in there. I'm like, geez,
and then swirl it twice to the left, and then give it to me. No, honestly, the gal that I ordered it from, she was so taken back where I was just like, no, just coffee. What else do you want in there? No, just
coffee. I swear to you.
I just want the coffee. If you could just give me a cup of caffeine, I would have been fine at that time. That's just what I needed. I didn't need anything sweet, just caffeine.
Your cup just says plain Corey.
Yeah. They put on my cup, basic Corey.
Right.
The basic guy, the basic old guy, instead of my name on the side of that. Texas, say, Anthony, do you spell your name on the cup like Aunt Bunny?
But yeah, they always do those like cutesy names or whatever. No, because I actually don't drink coffee or any of those drinks, so I don't. I like to drink like Pepsi and like
My
Orange
problem,
Crush
yeah, I'm a lot of
or
too much diet pop.
yeah. I hate diet though. That taste. As soon as you taste diet, it just God. There's something that taste that just. Because my mom drinks diet, you know what I mean, and
No, I
I've
do too.
tasted it before, and
But
I'm
I
like,
understand. Yeah, no,
yeah. But then people that like diet can't drink regular because they say it's too sweet, and
I'll do
it
that.
bugs them.
I've had a
Yeah,
regular one not too long ago, and I was like dying. I was like, that
it's
was
sweet.
felt like it was like clinging
Yeah,
to my teeth or something. I was
yeah,
like, oh, so sweet. But oh yeah, they all got their different taste to them. But
yep.
all right, where did I go? Holland said sometimes the vocabulary is out the door until you get the coffee in you. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, give me the big one. Let's go. Allie was saying normally my go-to Starbucks drink is a iced matcha latte with almond milk and light ice.
There you go.
That sounds complicated, Allie. I don't know.
But it's
I'm
just
just
the name.
saying.
It's just the name too. But it's like I would if you're not a coffee person, I just think it's hard to remember that stuff. You got to like write it down. If you're just not a coffee guy or whatever,
Yeah.
it's just like, and you're a coffee guy, and even you're like, I don't know.
And I'm like, coffee. What would you
Yeah,
like? Coffee. What
just
else?
coffee.
No, just coffee.
Don't add
Get
anything to it.
that dark coffee right there. Give that to me. That's warm. Go that one right there. Let me see here. Larry was laughing, saying, "Allie, you're hilarious." Allie was saying, try to keep my drink orders as uncomplicated as possible." And thank you, Laren. There you go. Johnny was saying, "I'd rather get smacked in the face with a snow shovel than drink diet stuff."
There you go. I'm with you,
Jeez, Johnny,
I'm with
throwing
you.
out the language. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep.
No, I understand. It's a different taste to it. It took me a while too, but then I caved, and that's what I go to now. Nanette was saying, my favorite is Coke. Every once in a while, I'll have a coffee, but most of the time, if I want something hot, I drink tea. Yeah,
No,
I can do a
okay.
tea. Yeah, I can do tea. For sure. All right. Right. Do we put it? Oh, I'll have one more and then I'll put a pin in it and we'll go again. Prince was saying, when is the movie club returning again? Yes. No, I don't. I do have some things coming up. So, yep, it's been really busy. That's my excuse right now. A lot of stuff going on. I wish I could be doing more things on here, but we'll get a running again. But I appreciate you jumping in and saying hey and hanging out, Prince, for sure.
Definitely.
Nikki was saying I love coffee morning, noon, and night, but I drink drink it hot and cold. There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah. It
Okay.
depends on the time of the year. Yep. We got Nadia, what's up?
What's
We got
up?
Nads. I'm back. Sorry, Nadia. She's probably like, fuck, I'm gone now. What's up, nerds? Happy Thursday. Absolutely.
What's
All right.
up? Happy Thursday.
Should I put another pin in there and get a couple more?
Thirsty Thursdays. Yeah, that's it.
Do a couple more. I don't know how many more I got to go here.
Yeah, I guess I just assumed because I thought I read somewhere it was like 10 and the other one was 14 figures, but I mean I could be wrong. You never know.
All right.
Maybe.
One that I thought was one big box, I think is two boxes together now. So, all right, we'll see here. Oh, nice, nice. We got Ultimate McCready.
Love that box too. That's fantastic. Another shiny box.
Oh,
baby. Oh, baby.
I'm
Ooh,
good
yeah.
with that.
You got him
I'm
with
good
the
with
hat. You got him with the lantern, with the whiskey bottle. I'm loving it, man. That's so cool. I've got the one with the flamethrower. I think there's like 2 or 3 different McCready's that you can get. So that's awesome.
I'm putting the whiskey bottle and the machete in his, or the shotgun in his hand. That's what he needs right there.
That's a great combo.
Nothing can go wrong there.
Right, exactly.
The box again, like you said,
So good.
I know I get geek out on boxes sometime, but is a pretty box.
Dude, look at the back of that box. How killer that is,
That's
man.
nice.
That's
Sorry, got
beautiful.
the. Oh, he's got the. Does he have that cowboy hat thing in there?
He does. He's got the cowboy hat. Yep.
Oh, nice. I might have to put that on him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I might have to put that on him. That's what's crazy. They got like whiskey bottle, a glass, a few different hands, a shotgun.
Oh yeah.
There's
lantern. I think that's a lantern there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good with that. That's a great movie too. So.
Oh, dude, that's a great one. That's absolutely. I mean, that's a huge one for sure.
I'm
you can't go wrong with the thing.
No, that's a great movie. That's a great movie. So, all right, we're gonna go back in.
All right.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, we got the Wolfman.
Oh, I called it. The Wolfman.
You got the
I love
Wolfman.
Yeah, I've got that one. That's the black and white edition. Yep.
Ultimate Wolfman.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it is the black and white one.
That's a beaut, man. It really is.
That's
I
cool.
That black.
That's
and
cool
white
that they
look
do the color in the black and white. Nice.
Yes.
All right, I like that.
And what's cool is you got the different face sculpts. So you got him as a man, and then you have him as the wolf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it should come with I think different. Does it come with different hands too?
Yes.
Yep. So you can have like human hands or wolf hands.
And there's like a big bear trap down there in the corner too.
Yes. It's so cool, man. I love it.
Nice. I'm liking it. Okay. All right.
I'm actually doing like, if you see me looking down, I'm tallying up like what the box is worth.
Oh, do
like,
it. Yeah, for sure.
Roughly, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, go for it, man.
Yeah. Just for fun. Just
to see if it was worth it or not, kind of a thing. All right, one more, and then we'll see what we're doing. I don't know how many. Honestly, I don't. Well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many does it feel like are left in there?
Actually, I might only have one more.
Oh, is there only one more left in there?
I'm thinking.
Oh.
There just might be one more.
Oh, we might have to run through the chat and save that, or if you want.
Okay, I can wait. 1,
it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There'd be 9.
Okay.
If that's the last. Well, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that would be the 9th one if that's the last one. So.
Yep.
All right, we can run through the chat real quick and then do that one. We'll see what we end up with on this one. Yeah, that one. I think 2 of them were really close together, and I thought it was one big box, but it was 2 next to each other. And
so far, I think you're killing it, though, man. With
I'm
Creedy and the Wolfman, the Frankenstein, and the cool wolf soldier,
the American werewolf in London, and
the glow in the dark Frankenstein, aliens, a couple aliens.
All right, I'm okay so far. I'm okay. Let's see here. We got a lot of hides back and forth. And Allie, when is the movie club return? Yes. That's how I usually answer things. That's my non-committal answer to things. Do you want this or this? Yes.
Has it been that long since you've done one?
Honestly, I'd have to even look. It's been a minute. It's been about a month ago. Probably about a month ago.
Yeah. Well, you've been busy because you've been on a lot of other people's streams and stuff too. And see, that's where it becomes hard, is when you're on other people's streams, and then it's hard to find the time to do your stuff too. It's such a balancing act. Yeah.
Yeah. And we've just had a lot of stuff going on. Nothing bad, but just a lot of things going on where it just didn't work out. So yeah, I'll get some more going. I got a couple more lined up. I got to start reaching out some more people, and we got a zombie movie stream coming up before too awful long too.
I can't wait. Ashley was in here. She's going to be a part of it.
Yep. We're going to dig into some. So I know it's not movie club, but might as well be movie club, because we're going to hang out and talk about some fun zombie movies. So I was
going to ask you about that too. As far as the zombie movies go, so I'm assuming we can cover zombies and just infected in general.
Yes. Okay. So that was one of the first things. Yeah, I did not say that to you, but I did say that to Ashley, where I was like, I'm not one of those that gets picky between zombie, and infected. So
Okay, cool.
I would accept all of that.
Yeah,
You know,
zombies, infected,
infected.
all that
Yep.
good stuff. Okay, awesome.
So like
Okay,
zombie and infected adjacent, like that.
perfect.
Yeah. I'm I'm not a stickler on that. So this one, at least, it's open to any of those. So if somebody's like, no, that's not a zombie, it's infected, I don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I'm
count
just
it for
like,
this strain.
we're talking about
Yeah.
it. I don't care. We're going to
Yeah.
talk about it. So yes,
That'll be
all
fun.
open for that. Cause there's a lot of good ones that are, I know people have argued one way or the other. And I'm just more like, well, it's still a cool movie, And
Right, close enough.
yeah.
Same kind of
Ish.
concept.
Ish.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Zombie ish.
Zombie adjacent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. No, we'll do that for sure. Prince was saying brown over white coffee all day. There you go. You just take it straight up. That's all right. All right. I'm running here. A lot of highs back and forth. Nikki was saying, very nice. Love the thing. Yes. It's a great one. Nanette also saying the thing, right? For sure.
So I mean, you can't go wrong with the thing. You know,
That
I mean,
box
that's
for the
like,
thing is stunning. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
There's a nice shine to that.
yeah. That's a winner all day.
Well, and again, so far, all the boxes are perfect.
Yep.
Pretty much from when I'm looking at them. I know I'm just looking really quick while we're talking, but there's nothing that like really jumps out like, oh gosh, somebody ripped into that one and sent it back, or which I have seen some people doing unboxings on the earlier ones that were like
Oh wow.
that
It
were
was like
like,
it was a returned item.
or the tab on the top was like ripped halfway down the back, kind of a thing. And so it might not have been returned, but somebody might have yanked it off the hanger or something.
Yep.
And ripped it and then left it or something. And then the store sent it back. But I saw some people having some like that. And I'm like, well, you still get the figure, but I'm pleasantly surprised on how good all of them have been between the two boxes so far.
No, they look perfect.
These look brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, where did I leave off? Nadia, Corey, what is your address? And please leave your door unlocked. Have you seen some figures you want there, Nadia? There's some nice ones there.
Yeah.
And that was saying very nice Wolfman. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna say I'm happy so far. I know I didn't hit so far. We don't know what if that's the last one. I don't know what that is yet. It did not hit one of the franchises I mentioned at the beginning, but I'm not upset.
No.
There's been some really good ones here for sure. Prince, how many checkered shirts do you own, Corey? Yeah, I can't buy them unless they got plaid on them. So sorry, that's all I got. No, I got
that's some
regular
plaid
shirts,
with
dude.
that's some plaid with some color to it though. I like the
look at
orange,
that.
like
got
orange,
some
gray,
Halloween
and
colors.
black. Yeah, I dig it.
The temperature dropped again, so I had to break the flannel out again. So we're actually we were having a lot warmer than normal temperatures, and then it dropped off again. And so it's been kind of chilly and rainy. So flannels came back out. Last one with B Dubs. Yep. Yeah, that was about a month ago, I think. Yep.
Wow.
Oh, Prince calling me out there. April 18th. Yeah, a little more than a month then. There you go.
He's keeping track.
Yep, there you go. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Keep me on track. On track. I'll try to keep some more going.
Oh, there you go. Deadites. Also
yeah.
from like Evil Dead, so that's like another kind of like zombie-ish kind of, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like infected, deadite, zombies.
Yeah. Yeah, that stream, I'm not going to be in any mood to like split hairs about you know, things. I'll just be like, whatever, let's just talk about it.
Because like, well, because you want to keep it like, fun, and you want to like include all these different ones because there's so many great like movies with it, infected, zombies, whatever,
Yep, absolutely. Laren was saying we should do a flannel stream, show our collections. Well, yeah. I could bust them out. Maybe we'll have to wait till fall. It gets a little colder. So
I like this idea.
All right. Should we do the I
The
think is the
last
final
one.
one? I'll look after I grab it, but I think this is the last one.
Okay.
All
Here we
right,
go.
let's see what we got here.
Let's see what we got.
I'm just feeling around. I think it
I'm
is the
gonna make a
last one.
prediction and say I think it's gonna be maybe another Universal monster. I don't
Okay.
know. I feel because I called the Wolf Man. I had a
Yeah.
feeling, and then I'm thinking this might be another Universal monster.
It does feel like one of those open flap like cases, like
Okay, yeah,
it does feel
yeah.
like it's got the front
With the
flap on
window,
it.
with the window door,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. So I know that could be a few different things, but all right, here we go.
I'm
One, two,
ready.
three, let's go.
Oh,
Gremlins
Gremlins
2.
2! I definitely didn't predict that.
Ultimate
That's
Brain.
awesome.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I was not thinking about that. Let's see what
Oh my
this
god,
dude's
the
doing.
brain.
Oh, look at that guy. Look at that.
Dude, he's so sophisticated.
Ultimate Brain.
Yes.
Get the little test, the beaker there. And
Yeah.
oh, that's funny.
That's a brilliant mind right there.
There you go.
Do you
That is
remember? Do you remember him from Gremlins 2? Have you
I'm
seen
gonna
him?
be honest. I do not. It's been so
Oh
long since I've
man.
seen the second one. I gotta watch it again. So I will. I'm not gonna lie. I do not remember him in the movie, but that is a fun one.
Yes.
I'll take it. That's a fun one.
Dude, I love they. NECA has done like so many of the Gremlin designs from the first two movies. It's
Yeah.
crazy. They did the Bat Gremlin, the Spider Gremlin, Greta, Brain, the Brain or whatever. Isn't that what it's called? The Brain,
Ultimate Brain.
Ultimate Brain. Yeah, they've done so many, and they look amazing. I mean, they really do. So cool. I love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a fun one.
It's fun because you can
That
collect
threw me
like
off.
you could collect all of them. I mean, there's so many. You could have a whole like just curio cabinet dedicated to Gremlins if you wanted, because Gremlins 2 has a lot of that's where they went nuts with the Gremlin designs.
That one too has. It's like got the cloth clothing on it, too.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
He's
some of those are.
fancy.
It's kind of cool when it's they do a little extra on there with like that, but
The cloth, yeah, yeah, when they do the cloth
yeah,
on there, you
because
can
sometimes
actually
it's just the molding or whatever.
exactly.
But cool. That was the curveball. I was not expecting
That's
Gremlins
so
2, but
cool.
I'll take that. Okay, hold on. That was it.
That's
That
it.
was the
All
last
right,
one.
so there were
So,
9.
yep, there
Interesting.
was
Okay.
9 of them in there. I'd say overall that was a pretty good. That was a pretty good. I didn't get any. I don't think I get any stinkers.
No, not at all. I don't think
There,
so. No.
there was, like I said, I know I threw out some of the big 3 franchises right off the bat. Didn't get any of those, but I'm not upset with the ones they have in here. There's a lot of. I'm sorry, I'm looking through the stack again here. There's a lot of good ones, and the boxes are in great shape too.
So this is just like like kind of a rough guesstimation here, like but going by like the ultimate figure pricing, and then also you had a couple that weren't ultimates. They were like you had the Frankenstein glow in the dark, and
Right.
then you had the alien, like prototype suit or whatever. So those are like a little less usually money wise, but the ultimate figures all hover around that like 35 to 37 range when they're like just the single figure. So I estimated probably about $309 worth of stuff there.
I'd say that's a win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
From a,
right around there, without tax or anything, just regular. Just going by that, I would say about $309, somewhere around there.
yeah. So I was expecting less than what the last box was because they had those estimated higher, which was fine. I went into that knowing that, but it was about $130, I think, for the box. This one.
Oh, I think you got way more than your value on that easily then. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was right around, or yeah. I want to say it was right. And I think they were throwing out around $400 estimated value, which you're right up there. I mean, you threw out high 300s, so that's not far off from what they were saying. So no, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. So I'll have to figure something out back here. I'll move some stuff around and start cycling some of my sci-fi and some of my horror figures through there that I have now. So I can display them. Yeah, there's some good ones there.
I
Yeah,
would,
so
yeah. I mean,
I'm
you.
still surprised about the Gremlins 2 one. But sorry, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, because you do have some good space back there. If you wanted to rotate some things that you
Yeah,
have up top, you
mix
could
it up.
put some figures up top instead of having like all the movie box sets. But the movie box sets look phenomenal too. But you can, like you said, you can kind of rotate them in and out.
Yeah, just get them out of the box and do some fun stuff with that. But
Definitely, yeah.
um,
And if you take them out of the box, then you don't have to make as much room because yeah,
correct.
obviously
Yep.
the figure is like thinner than the box or whatever itself. So then you wouldn't have to remove as much stuff.
Yeah. No, for sure. I'll have to start. I'll have to figure something out. I'll get creative with some stuff. We'll throw that out there. I'll get my little marching line of aliens here sometime with the
Dude, I can't wait to see all of those aliens displayed back
because
there.
I got
I
quite a
think those
few
would
in the
look
last
killer.
box. I can't remember how
Yeah.
many, but there was at least 3 in that last one, and I got a couple in here at least. So yeah. All right,
I dig
I'm
it.
good. So now I've got a good start to my sci-fi and horror
Hmm.
NECA collecting. Um, yeah, now that I can see where the worry would be if you ever did it again, getting duplicates of things.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. I mean, maybe they're smart about it. Maybe they only
Mix it up a little bit.
right. Maybe they don't send out the same ones. They have an idea of what they're sending people, so they're like, okay, because then you would get. I think some people that are kind of like annoyed by it after a while, like, oh my god, I've got 3 of the same alien figure. But when you get different alien figures, then
Oh
you're
yeah,
like,
no,
okay,
they're different. So
yeah,
I don't think I have any duplicates of any of them. They're all different figures. I think they just have a lot of different alien
they
figures. It's
do a
just yeah.
ton because they got them
Um,
from the video game,
yep,
and then like all the
the movies.
movies.
Yep.
So it's a lot. Yeah.
There was one guy though, I think I did see a YouTube video where he bought 2 boxes at the same time and they were
Oh,
identical.
oh no, oh
And I was like,
no,
"Oh, that sucks."
no! You gotta
Uh
wait for like the new wave,
like
like when they're
wait a
like,
month or something.
wait a while,
Get,
for them to yeah, kind of
I think he
cycle through some
ordered
new.
I think that was if I'm thinking right, I think he ordered 2 horror boxes at the same time and the boxes were identical. And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks."
Not back to back, man. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't do them back to back.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
they gotta mix it up a little bit when they see
Yeah.
that, but
Maybe they were curious though. Maybe they wanted to know if they would get like the same stuff. Maybe they were
yeah.
kind of like, I
Well,
want
it
to
made
see.
for a video. I mean, I watched the
Yeah,
thing, and I think it got quite a few views on that, if I could talk. But yeah,
yeah. And it's not like you can't. Like you can have multiple aliens and still display them and be fun because technically
oh for sure.
when you're watching aliens, there's like a bunch of them. There's a ton of them and there's different ones too. So it's like, well, yeah, you could actually have the same alien figure, whatever. Because it for that movie, it makes sense for aliens because there's a
Hmm.
bunch of them. So it's like it doesn't even hurt to have duplicates. And then the one that is from An American Werewolf in London, the
Yeah,
wolf soldiers, you can, like I said, you can have a couple different head
different ones.
sculpts on
Yeah,
them. So even that one, you can have duplicates of and be fine.
yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah.
Nanette was saying if I was there, we would be going for a long time because I have over 200 flannel shirts. There you go.
Oh wow,
I don't
that's
have that many,
impressive.
but
Yeah,
I love the flannel love for
that's
sure.
cool. Yeah.
Um, well, I don't know what this is. Gizmo talking about a green fighting machine, and Corey just pulled it up. I don't know what that was, but love you, Gizmo.
Oh,
I don't know what
maybe
that was.
when you pulled out like Frankenstein or one of
Maybe
the green figures or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Jamie was saying, speaking of Deadites, shameless plug, Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, Davey Deathray and I will be talking some Evil Dead on his channel. Join us.
Yes,
Do it.
I remember.
Do it.
Yep. I heard Davey Deathray promoting that. That's so cool. That's gonna be fun.
Plug away. I hope you have a good time with that. I'll have to see if I can jump in for that one. And then it was saying, nice. I love Gremlins, and that Gremlin is awesome. Yeah, it was a fun one. Yeah, that's. I don't know why that was the one that threw me off the most out of all of them.
You're like,
I don't know why, but I was just like, oh, all right, Gremlins 2. There we go. Yeah. But for fun, yeah, it was fun. Yep, got some love for Gremlins 2 there.
Yep, yeah, she's a big fan for sure. It's just fun. It's a really fun movie.
Gremlins Johnny was saying Tony Randall was the voice of Brain Gremlin. Okay.
Oh yes, yeah. I knew it was an iconic voice. You can just tell when you're listening to him. That's so cool.
I can't get rid of this cough. Sorry, I keep on muting here. So hopefully I'll get the mute each time when I do that. But Laren was saying, I wish they would do Brain from Escape from New York. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Have they done... I don't know if they've done Escape from New York. Any, like, NECA figures or anything like that. Oh, thank you, Caveman.
Yep, jumping in here. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh, no. I was just trying to think if they actually did any of the Escape from New York figures. I don't think so, not to my recollection. But
I don't know.
That'd be a cool one. I'd love to see that, or In the Mouth of Madness would be awesome. Prince of Darkness. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good ones. Nick was saying, great second box. I agree. Yeah, you have a very nice collection started from them. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, Nicky. Yeah.
I feel good about it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Thank you for jumping in and watching along. Prince was saying he was going to jump into Jamie's stream there, which is cool. Always do that. Share, support, give some love out to people when they're doing their stuff. Well, Gizmos must have been going to night. So
going night.
Oh, there you go. Night Gizmo, if you're still here. Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it.
Yep. Have a good night, sir.
Yeah. Got some highs back and forth. Just kind of running through here really quick. Tiana was saying, I'm going to have to watch the replay of the first hour. If you want to punish yourself, go for it. No. No, I appreciate it, Tiana. I'm joking. We got Prince in here saying, I will pair the new F1 movie with Days of Thunder one of these days. Oh, there you go. Get a couple racing movies going. One I got in my collection I have not watched in a long time that I was thinking along the lines of F1 is Rush. With, Chris Helmsworth. And I have not watched that yet. I have it sitting back there behind me, and I have not watched that one yet. So
that's a really good movie. Yeah, I think you'll like that one a lot.
I've heard good things about that. Maybe you could do like a Rush, Gran Turismo, and then F1. Just throw all the racing. But Days of Thunder is fun.
Maybe do a little Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby. You ain't first, you're last.
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Shake and bake. That's a funny movie too. I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
Just say you like crepes. Just say you like tiny pancakes. I was like, no, I ain't gonna say that because everybody knows what you mean about. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I don't know why I always love those first interviews where he's just like, I don't know what to do with my hands. He's like sitting there talking, and then he like grabs a microphone and is like, sorry, everybody that had headphones in, but yeah, he's like so awkward around it. He's like, I don't know what to do with my hands, and they're like, just put them down. I drove really fast and tried to go fast, and we went fast today. Maybe I'll have to watch that.
It's so good, man. That's exactly how those interviews are, though. Will Ferrell kind of nailed it because they always ask all these guys after they get done playing either football or NASCAR or hockey, and it's like, well, what do you want them to say, man?
Yeah.
It's like they just got done. They're exhausted. They're just ready to go home, go to sleep, eat some dinner or whatever. Yep. And
you just won. How do you feel? I feel like getting a pizza and going to sleep.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm tired. Yep. You watched me work hard and you didn't do it. No. Laren was saying they have done a retro cloth snake Pliskin, but I don't
Ooh.
have much hope for more
Yeah, I wonder if they lost the
rights
rights
to
to,
it. I'm sure
yeah.
there's a whole world of rights they got to dig into, just like people releasing new Blu-rays and 4Ks. They got to get
Yeah,
all the blessings and the stamps of approval and pay the
exactly.
money to do it. Then that was saying I would love it if NECA would make some NECA figures of the Lost Boys. Oh, those would be fun ones.
Oh
Those would be
man,
fun ones.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
got to
those
do
would
the
sell
little
out.
uh, Chinese takeout container.
Yes, yes,
Are you eating noodles? They're
yeah,
worms or whatever he would say to
yeah.
him. But
Those aren't noodles. Yeah.
yeah, he would have to do
Um,
something like that.
yeah, even because you could do those with cloth like
Oh
jackets and
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
too, and that'd be killer. Because you know how they all have like the different jackets and
yeah.
everything
Yep.
on. That'd be really cool, actually.
And then they got to do the sweaty guy playing the saxophone.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's you
Just
got to
kidding.
do that one. Yeah, that one's gonna sell for sure.
the
That might
jacked
sell faster than all the Lost Boys.
the jacked guy playing the saxophone.
Yeah.
But Johnny said, just don't add Driven with Stallone. I forgot about that one. Is that the one where he would like hum? He'd like get in the zone, and he'd be like, I don't know. He'd like start humming, and they're like, the people on the headphones would be like, oh, he's getting it now. He's humming or whatever.
Oh
And it was
boy, he's
kind of
getting in the
weird.
zone.
Yeah,
He's
he's in
getting
the
into the zone.
zone. They're in trouble now.
I love that
Uh,
Stallone did that. Then he did a boxing movie. I mean, many box, all the Rocky movies, all the boxing, and then he did an arm wrestling.
yep, over the
It's like,
top.
okay, what haven't you done, Stallone? How about some arm wrestling,
Let's hit
dude? Like, let's
everything.
go. Yeah,
Rock climbing after that.
Rock. I love Cliffhanger, man. I
Yep.
love that
I had to rewatch that not too long ago. Allie, don't you stick that knife in your leg.
one. Don't you stick that knife in your leg, Ricky Bobby? Ricky Bobby.
Always good with the quotes, Allie. I always have to
Yeah.
think about it. You're awesome at it. I'm embarrassed. I really thought I could feel it. Always got the quotes. I never do that very well. So, um, thank you again, man, for hanging out. I'll hang out for long, but I know that was the box. We
Oh
got it
no, yeah,
unboxed.
that
We
was a
got through it.
blast.
Um, well, I was trying to get into a little bit more because I heard some people say I took too long to get to it the last time. So we're gonna try to run through it a little bit. But
Hey man, you had a great a great chat, and there's a lot
yeah,
of questions and a
people.
lot of and this was a great chat too. But I think maybe you were able to fly through them a little bit faster or something. But when the chat's going, I mean, it's fun to interact with people and see what
Oh,
they think
absolutely.
and stuff too. So
A lot of
this was
friends
just kind of
hanging
like
out here. I appreciate it.
just a fun unboxing stream.
Yeah. So we can go off the handle for a little bit. Anything good coming up in the theater you're going to be hitting or?
Oh man, I'm trying to think of what's next. I do want to see that Together movie. I want to check out the one that you were talking about as well. What was it called again?
Bring her back.
Bring Her Back. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely The Conjuring 4, Last Rites. I'm trying to think of are there any other big ones like coming up that
Final Destination Bloodlines was fun. I'll say
oh
that.
man,
I'll
I had
just
a
say
blast
that.
with
I had
that.
fun. Fun, fun, fun. Not saying greatest movie in the world, but I had a good time with that. I was entertained. And it
Me
was money
too.
well spent. I had a good time with that one. So
Dude, that movie actually made me like laugh out loud,
I laughed.
burst into
Yep.
tears.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was like in tears laughing at
Mm-hmm.
some of those because they hit, and I won't spoil it, but there were like three consecutive jokes in a row,
Mm-hmm.
and during kind of the middle-ish portion, and they just hit so hard. I was dying laughing. I really was. That
Yeah.
was probably my most fun experience in the theater. And then the most cinematic would be Sinners. Um,
I still need to see that. I still need to see that one.
Sinners felt like you were really watching like a film, like a big
Yeah.
like production with what I mean, like just and that was awesome. And then my favorite film of the year so far is still Companion, going all the way back to
I had
earlier
fun.
this year.
I had a lot of fun with that one too. I'll agree. That was one of my mystery movie night movies that I went to. I had a good feeling that's what it was going to be, but even if it wasn't going to be that one, that was one I wanted to get out and see. That was I had my interest and I had fun with it. I had a good
Yeah.
time with it. So,
Me too, man.
um,
I just because that movie kind of covered a little bit of everything without spoiling it. Because I don't even really like talking about that movie too much
yeah,
because
yeah,
even just talking about the plot kind of spoils the movie.
yeah.
Your best bet is to just go into Companion completely blind,
Yeah.
honestly, without knowing anything.
It's
Because
almost like if you don't mind some horror and a little bit of gore, go to it and see it. Don't look up
yep.
anything else. Just as long as you're good with those couple things, go in there and watch it and see what you think about it. But
And
I had
Jack
fun with
Quaid
it
was
too.
such a hoot in that one too,
Yeah,
man. Jack Quaid in that movie and Novocaine, which was another one that I really liked this year too.
I just
Uh,
watched Novocaine on Paramount Plus, maybe. One of my streaming services I have. It just came, which again, I get blown away how quickly the turnaround time is between theater and getting onto streaming services. Not renting it video, on demand, but like on a streaming service. And it's crazy. Like that was already on Paramount Plus, and I had fun with that too. I thought it was very entertaining. I like him. I don't know. he
oh
he's
no,
got
Jack Quaid is great. Yeah.
he's got kind of a groove. Maybe some people will be like, "Oh, you're kind of playing this similar character," but not quite between the two, but there's some similarities, but I don't know. He does a good job with it. I had fun with him in there
Yeah.
too.
He's super charismatic, you know. He's just
Yeah.
you're just kind of like drawn to him, you know.
Yeah.
Um
He's a likable guy.
he is. No, he really
He kind
is.
of plays the I don't know, sometimes down on his luck kind of character, and he's easy to like in depending on
Yeah.
which movie, like at first and then who knows where it goes from there, but
Exactly, right. Like with in Novocaine, you know, you really liked him and you know, he was a very like sympathetic character as
yes.
well too. You know, you're like
Yep.
you felt for him and everything. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Another one that was I think it was one of my mystery movie nights as well that also got onto Netflix really, really quick was Hard Eyes. Did you ever see that one?
Ooh, yeah. I
And
did.
I
Yeah, I saw that in
know,
the theater.
and
Yeah.
I know that pressed the comedic side of horror a little too much for some people. Um, it did have more comedy in it than I was expecting when I saw it, but yeah, that was another one that. So maybe it's a good horror year so far,
I
like
would say,
a
yeah.
decent run so far. But
Yeah. I mean, I liked Hard Eyes. It was a little too much comedy for
yeah, yeah,
me,
no, I
you
can
know,
see
because
that.
I just,
You're not the only
you know,
person I've heard say that. So
with horror comedies, it's a really hard line to tread, you know, for
yeah,
me anyways, for because you know if you go too much with the humor, then you kind of lose the horror and the suspense and the thrills,
yeah,
and the you know, and then if you go too much the other way, I don't know. I would rather it go too like more horror, you know, theme with like some dark comedy, kind of like Your Next does is a
hmm
perfect example of like I love
which
that dark
great movie.
comedy.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah. Whereas Hard Eyes is definitely going heavily into the comedy and the kind
Yeah,
of the romantic comedy type. You know, there's a
yeah,
lot of jokes
yep.
in there, a lot of references to other romantic comedies. But I have a feeling on the next watch, I'm going to enjoy it even more now that I know what I'm getting into, you know?
I could see that. Like sometimes if your expectations are off, like from what you actually get, it
Yeah.
could still be a good movie, but maybe you're disappointed because you just maybe you're going into it thinking, I mean, if you don't know much about it, you're like, oh, this is gonna be a hardcore slasher, and then all of a sudden there's jokes and a little rom com, like thrown in
Yep.
there, and I could see
Yeah.
where you're like, it's not what I was expecting, but if you go into it for a second watch and know that's what you're getting, and then the mood for that, it could be a whole different experience for you. So
Completely agree. Yeah.
do you think Final Destination Bloodlines? I had some times where I laughed in that one, but do you feel like that did a little bit in your mind, like what you were expecting or wanting, maybe towed the line a little bit better, not leaning into goofy comedy too much, but gave you some laughs, but still got you some good gory kills and some
Yeah.
other suspense in it?
It did exactly what I wanted it to do.
Yeah.
It felt like a mid late 2000s horror film
Yeah.
again. Like it felt perfectly in line with like the third one, the fifth one. I'm not going to talk about the fourth one because I think it's garbage. I hate the fourth movie. But
We will not speak of the fourth one.
it fell perfectly into because the first two movies I think take themselves like fairly seriously.
Yeah.
And then I think they start to get a little bit more comedic with the third one and then, the subsequent sequels after that. And they also start to lean more heavily into the CGI, like gore and blood and stuff as well. But
Yeah.
for whatever reason, typically I like practical effects. That's what I love about especially the first two Final Destination movies, and even the third one to an extent, because there's some CGI, but some really good practical stuff as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I love the vibe, especially of those like first couple movies, just because you know, you're not quite sure what death is, especially in the first one, because it's
Right.
just like this weird like entity, and you're just like, oh man, is like it's especially like how it kills. Like spoilers for the first Final Destination movie, but when Todd gets killed, and like he gets like choked out, that shower line, like hangs him basically. But the lead up to that with like how the water comes from the toilet and then he like slips on that water and he falls and that line basically hangs him and you see like the blood break out into his eyeballs and everything, and
Yeah.
like his blood vessels burst in his eyeballs, and then after he dies the water just goes back underneath the toilet and stuff, so you're like, ooh, that's pretty creepy, because that's like it's like death is covering up its tracks to some extent, so it almost looks more like he committed suicide than just an accident.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that about the first film, and then after that it gets a little bit more wackier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little zanier in a way, but still just a ton of fun. I mean, like that opening scene in Final Destination 2, that feels so real to life. Like that could easily happen. Car
Yeah.
accidents happen all the time.
Yep.
And the way they shot it and everything, it's like, God, man, they nailed it, because it looks so realistic, and I think that scares you more when it feels real.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, then after that, it kind of gets a little bit more comedic with each like subsequent sequel. I would say it gets a little bit more, but I still love them. They're just fun. They're fun movies.
Yeah.
So even with like the CGI gore and blood and stuff, whatever, it's just I've kind of come to expect it now, and
Yeah.
I'm just having a good time with them.
Well, in this new one, the Bloodlines too, it's not saying necessarily realistic, but I thought, and even it was a pretty long opening sequence, but I thought it was a pretty good opening sequence. It got me into it for Bloodlines. I thought
Yeah,
that was a
no,
good.
the opening premonition was fantastic.
I thought that was. I thought they did a really good job with that one. It was longer than I was expecting, but it was a good one. I thought
Yeah,
that was
it's interesting. I agree. I felt like it was longer too, but not in like a bad way,
no,
like
no.
it dragged or anything.
Mm,
It felt longer than any of the others. It'd be
correct.
interesting to go and to time them.
Yeah.
The premonitions,
And if it
just out of
actually is
curiosity.
longer or not,
Yeah.
like sometimes it's just what you remember, or like what your perception was at that time. But I agree with you. I don't think it drug on, but I was like, oh, it's going a little longer than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, yeah, and the
But
movie's only an hour and 40 minutes, so it's a good runtime. Some of these movies, they just drag them out too long, and with a
yeah,
movie like Final Destination, keep it to like a nice 90 minutes, maybe 100 minutes tops, and just leave it alone. Don't go too long with these movies. We're just trying to have a
right.
good time, get in, get out, don't overstay your welcome, and I think Bloodlines did that brilliantly.
Yeah.
And one other thing with Bloodlines, and I'm sure you noticed this too because you're a music guy, is that, man, that soundtrack
Mm,
was banging.
mm-hmm.
Every song just tied in so well with the scene.
Mm-hmm.
It fit the scene perfectly.
Yep.
And I love that about Bloodlines, that it had a great soundtrack and it made sense for each scene.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Didn't you think so?
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought that was a great one for the opening scene too. So the
Yes.
whole for the time period, the song, and then what they were doing and what happened, not to spoil anything, but
Right, right, right. It's
um
perfect.
it
Yeah.
fit with everything, and it was no, it was good. I agree with you completely. It's a fun one. I could see picking that one up when it comes out. I have the Blu-ray set when it went on. Went really cheap. All of them up to that one.
Yeah.
Um, not too long ago, and so I grabbed that. I have not watched all of them yet, so I'll still have to get back through those. But I could see grabbing this one. I could see watching
Which
it
ones
again.
haven't you seen, just out of curiosity?
Okay, a lot of them. I've only seen the
Okay.
first three.
Oh, well.
Well, the first three, and then Bloodlines.
Oh, I mean, that's good, man. And there's only six, so
But
the fourth one's garbage, Corey. I'm telling you. I promise you, Corey. I know a lot of people will say something's garbage, and then you watch it, and you're kind of like pleasantly surprised. I'm telling
you're
you,
like, no, for
you
real.
are not going to be pleasantly surprised.
You can skip that
um,
one.
yeah, just watch. Now the fifth movie, that's a really cool one. I'm not gonna spoil anything
I've
about
not
it, but
seen that one. Yeah.
there's something that happens in the fifth movie, and you're immediately going to be like, "Oh, that's so cool!" So I'm
Yeah.
really excited for you to watch the fifth one.
I'll
Actually,
have to go back and check those. I can skip the fourth one, but honestly,
yeah, I would.
the
I
first
would.
three, I honestly could go back and rewatch them because it's been so long ago. I wouldn't mind actually going back. And originally I was thinking about doing that before I saw Bloodlines, but yeah, it didn't work out time wise and everything. I had other things to watch for other things, but yeah,
Dude, the third one's great.
yeah,
With the
yeah, yep.
roller coaster of love. I love that sequence. And then you got Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who's just like killing it in that movie. I think I really like her performance in that. Very believable. And I forgot, Allie can go ahead and put it in the chat because I know she knows, is the guy that she's with throughout that movie. I think he's a really good actor too. I
Yeah.
forgot his name. He's been in a bunch of stuff too, but I like that actor a lot. And that movie, I mean, the whole tanning bed sequence.
I've heard them.
Oh
Yeah, I've
my
heard.
God. And Allie was just telling me about how they did that and everything. And it's really cool. There's like if you own the DVD and maybe even the Blu-ray as well, the Blu-ray that has like all the special features where it's like loaded, but the
Yeah,
DVD has it too.
I think
There's like a 2-hour documentary on Final Destination 3, just going through like how they made it and doing the effects and the kills and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, that's cool. That's really sweet that they did that back then.
Yeah, I don't have it right now, but I got the Blu-ray set that has the first ones, or everything up
The
till
first
Bloodline.
five.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so, yeah, I'll have to get through the rest of them. But honestly, I wouldn't mind watching the first three again because it's been a long, long time. But I knew I could jump into this one and have fun with it without really seeing any of the others. You kind of know the somewhat
Yeah,
of the
you get it. You know
formula,
what's gonna happen.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And they did a bit different thing with this one too, with the families. It
Oh,
was
I dug it though.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dug all that stuff. Yeah.
good
And the
thing. But
guy, I forgot his name. The guy with all the tattoos and the piercings, he was easily my favorite character,
yeah,
man. That guy was just killing it. He was
uh,
so funny.
I saw a
Um,
review and they were pointing him out too, and they were like, I can't remember his name, but they were like, he looked like he was having a blast doing that, and I agree. Like he leaned into that character, and I think it looked like he was having a good time.
yeah,
And yeah, I'll just say there was a couple scenes that were pretty good with him. That I'll say that, but
his name's Richard Harmon.
I loved him.
Richard
He was.
Harmon, yeah.
I kind of followed him more than anybody else in the movie, honestly. Like I got kind of attached to him more than a lot of the other characters.
Yeah, it's funny because he was also in a movie called Low Lifes, which
Oh,
is a to be original film. And I thought he killed it in that movie as well. And that's another movie where I would suggest you go into it blind. It's called Low Lifes. It's on Tubi. It's free. That's the first thing I remember seeing him in.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I would recommend checking that one out for sure.
All right. I thought for a second I might, no, I have not seen that one before.
Yeah,
Well, so
yeah,
it's a newer
it's a good
movie,
one.
like it's wasn't out too long ago.
No, 2024. Yeah,
Yep. Okay. Now I found it right here. I'll check that out. Have not seen that before.
yeah. It's a fun little watch for sure. Yeah,
Very cool.
it's a lower budget, movie, but I think they do a really like great job with it, for
Yeah.
what they have, and the acting's really good. Like that's kind of what drives it are the performances from everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, cool. No, I liked him in Bloodline, so I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
It's fun to like meet new actors or actresses in movies and then be like, oh, they're also in this stuff, and like go back and dig into some of the other things they've done, whether it was movies or TV shows or whatnot. But
And the other one I really liked was that Breck Basinger, who is the woman in the beginning of the film for the premonition.
oh, the
She's she's the actress that
got engaged kind of.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And I thought she did a wonderful job as well. Very
Oh yeah,
believable. Like her chemistry with that guy, that she's getting engaged with, like was just so good. Like I could have
yeah.
watched the whole movie just with them and stuff. So it
Well,
was really well done.
I think that whole opening sequence, and I'm not saying the rest of it wasn't, but it felt very. I don't know if this sounds weird to say, but like cinematic. Like they did a good
Yeah.
job. I don't know. It's setting the scene and the shots that they had, and I don't know. It was
No,
a
I agree. Yeah.
great opening sequence for that. It pulled me in for sure. Because, and one thing I think you come to expect with Final Destination movies is there's times where like, oh, that's gonna happen. Oh, nope, it doesn't.
No.
And it's like so, and then it's something later or something else or a combination of things, and
Yep.
they did a good job with that. But
They give you the mislead.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yep,
like, oh, this is
yep,
gonna happen. This is how they're gonna die, and then it's
yep,
like a misdirection.
yep, throws you off. I
Yep.
have talked to a couple people though that said they're never carrying pennies with them anymore.
Oh
After
man, that penny.
caused a lot
Yeah,
of mischief.
yeah, it did.
But it's kind of like you talking about that scene in the bathroom with the water from the toilet and stuff. Like there's little innocent things that I guess death is using to
Yeah,
accomplish its task or trying to accomplish its task. And yeah, little simple innocent things that it kind of combines with other things to like, oh, that just happened. So
exactly. Yeah, like
mhm.
that penny. Yeah, I love that penny is like a throughout the film too,
Yeah,
and I
yep,
even
yep.
love
They
what he
tied it through.
does at the end of the movie too, with
Mm-hmm.
like the end credits and stuff. I thought that was a
Mm-hmm.
lot of fun. Yeah.
Yep. No, for good for sure. Well, good. No, I'm no, sorry. I kind of went off on those,
No, no,
but
I dig it, man. I think that's I think it's fun to kind of go off on these like little,
yeah,
side tangents or
we
like,
we
side
checked
stories.
we checked our goal off for tonight. Now we're just
Yeah.
like hanging, but I'll run through I know it's been a little bit since I'll run through the chat here real quick and then we'll kind of see from there. But Holland was saying, top off your racing night with Herbie Fully Loaded. There you go, with the racing movies. Yep, throw that in there as well. There you go. Laren said, Mission Impossible tomorrow.
Ooh, have fun, man. That'll be
I am
cool.
too, tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah,
you're
I know
still
I'm gonna
here,
see like a flood of letterboxd reviews just like for Mission Impossible. There's gonna be like a million of them.
I'll just log that I saw it, but I won't say anything because,
Yeah.
especially, it's just opening it up. So, yeah.
Usually, Bob is always like the first too.
Oh,
Um, I,
he hits a lot of movies. Yeah.
yeah, I actually beat him to Mission Impossible this time, but usually Bob will have his like reviews up there like first. He's always the first one I see on Letterbox because he sees it as soon as it comes out. He's like right there,
I watched the last Mission Impossible with Bob and Stacy, make it a blockbuster night.
That's
Yep.
so
We
cool.
we
That's
watched that
awesome.
when we had a little meet up with a few people in Iowa when that was out, and we went and the three of us went and watched that. So
Oh, you just met up with is it was it who
what?
was it that you just met up with for to go see a movie? Because you just posted it on
Oh,
like
Stacy.
Instagram.
Make it a
Stacy, yeah,
blockbuster. Yep, make it a blockbuster night. Yep, same.
make it a blockbuster.
Yep,
That's what I
yep.
thought. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
until
No,
one
you're
hundred
good.
percent sure.
Yep,
Okay,
we ended up hitting the movie, and so that was for Bloodlines. So, um,
oh, that's what. Oh, you okay? Okay,
yep,
got you. Sorry,
yep.
yeah,
That was
like I
no, that was for
blanked on that.
Bloodlines,
Yeah,
and then I was solo for my mystery movie night of Bring Her Back. So, um,
gotcha.
but Bloodlines, yeah, no, we hit that, and I'm trying to do a better job with. There's a couple people that are not super far away from me. Stacy definitely being one of those, and Rich, Turner fan 77.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Not super far away from me. We went and saw the last one we saw together. He came up around my area, and we went and saw Speak No Evil.
Ooh,
The
oh, the remake.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Ah, yeah.
So we had fun watching that, and I need to hit another. I told him we need to hang out again on some other time, but I'm bad about that. It's so I love hanging out with people like this, but like in real life too, and like in person. But there's so many times, and it just seems like it's you get in your rut of working, and then you go
Yeah,
home, and
yeah.
my butt hits the couch, and the TV comes on, and then I'm done, and I'm like I'm not going anywhere. But I need to do a better job of reaching out and hanging out like that a little bit more. So
That's why when you plan out events, it's
yeah,
like solidified. You know what I
yeah, you
mean?
got
Like
to
it's
do it.
like
You got to
it's
do
in
it.
your planner, like it's in your
Yep.
calendar, and then it's like it's something to look forward to as
Oh,
well.
for
But if
sure.
you don't have it planned, then it usually just doesn't happen. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah. And that seems where I fall into that quite a bit.
Yep.
But
Yep.
Nikki was saying, thank you for sharing your surprise with us today, Corey. Enjoy seeing you here as well, Anthony. And I always enjoy the conversation with the two of you. Thank you,
Thank you, Nikki.
Nikki.
Yeah. I always love the conversations that like Nikki and Bob would have over on
Yeah,
his
yeah,
channel too.
yep.
And then have you had Nikki on here yet?
I did one on, well, it was on Jeff's channel, her son,
Oh, okay.
John Doe
Yeah,
Juggalo.
yeah, Jeff. Oh yeah, I know Jeff. Yeah,
So
of
we
course.
hung out on his channel and did a movie club on his, doing, um, a talk, a movie on that one. So the life and times of Judge Roy Beans. I always say the title wrong, but one of her favorite westerns. So yep, uh, definitely chatted with her quite a bit in those. But yeah, I need to have her on again sometime.
Yeah,
But yeah,
no,
we
that'd be
we hung out
cool.
on his channel and fun. I got to meet her in real life too, so that was pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those
So
meetups. Yeah.
yep. So she was a sweetheart. She made us chili, fed us, and hung
Oh,
out. And,
chili. Oh
yep,
man, I love chili as
it was
well. That's
pretty
awesome.
darn good. So I'll
Yeah,
just
was
say
it pretty
that.
spicy?
No, I
That
wouldn't
was
say so.
nice.
Um,
Okay.
but okay, I always say that with an asterisk when I say it because I like spicy stuff. I
Yeah.
don't have to have it spicy all the time, but to me, to say it's spicy, and I'm not
Oh
saying
yeah.
I'm like, there's people that will eat stuff way more than I can ever do, but if I say it's spicy, it's usually
Hotter than hell.
pretty spicy,
Yeah.
like some sweats are breaking
Yeah.
out. So there are some times where my wife, she rolls her eyes because I'm like, oh, it's not that spicy, and she's like, well, okay, for you not that spicy, or for me not that spicy,
Right.
because she could still be like, okay, that's got a bite to it, but
Yeah.
it was good. Yeah, I like spicy, but not everything has to be spicy.
Super
Like,
spicy. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but no, it was good. Except I'm a weirdo, or maybe not I'm a weirdo, but I have to crush up and put a ton of saltine crackers in my chili. I always do that.
Oh, that's
So
no, that's good.
I
That's
make it
good. Yeah.
thick. I make it thick with the saltine crackers, but
No, yeah. I like yeah, I don't I'll put some crackers in there sometimes. For
yeah.
sure. I like yeah.
Johnny was saying Mizzy ruined Companion for me. Yeah, I know. He started watching that.
Mizzy.
Mizzy, come on. Since he's not in here, we'll have to make fun of
Right.
him.
We can give him crap for it.
Elliot saying Novocaine is still one of my favorite movies I've seen this year, and also the best theater experience that I've had this year. I had the theater to myself, and the movie made me laugh a lot. There was some good laughs in there. I'll say that for sure.
Oh yeah, big time. And then it's so cool that Jack Nicholson's son is the villain in that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's awesome. It's really
I
cool because you can see he's
oh
got like his father's like evil smirk or grin that he always
oh
has. He has that same grin.
I
Yeah,
okay. Now I said like yeah, I know that. No, I did not. I didn't realize that was his son.
it's actually his son. I'm trying to think of what his first name is. And I knew it when I talked about it, but of
Well, and
course
Jack
now I
Quaid
forgot.
even he got
Yeah,
famous
yeah,
parents
you have the
himself.
two
No,
sons of like big time actors.
well,
You
they
know,
call them nepo babies. Is that what they call
yeah,
them?
exactly. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta look up his first name.
I okay. I did not realize. I'll have to pull that up
Oh,
again and just see his.
Ray Nicholson. Ray Nicholson. Yeah, he was also in Smile too.
Okay, so he
Yeah,
was like the brother in Novocaine, the
yeah. He was
one
the
of the bad
main
guys.
bad guy. The
Yeah, yeah.
main bad
Okay.
guy. Yep. Yep.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to pull that back up again and look at his
When
face.
you look at his
Now that I
face
know that.
now, you'll see that like kind of shit-eating grin like
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson has.
You're
Yeah,
like,
it's the
man,
same
there
thing.
it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. No, I did not know. Okay. I did not realize that. No, that was a fun one for sure. And Allie, I would say those experiences by yourself in the theater are kind of fun. You don't have anybody annoying you in the theater, but I'll say one of my best experiences from previous year was Late Night with the Devil, and I saw that all by myself in the theater.
Oh man,
Nobody
that's
else.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up scooching back to the. I'm not
Yep.
gonna lie. I went to the back row because it started freaking me out a little bit waiting. I'm like, nobody else is coming in here. I'm like, I'm
You
gonna
can
put
feel
my.
like those like hands almost over your shoulders, you
Yep.
know?
I was like, I'm putting
Yeah.
my back against the wall. But it is a different experience. It's kind of fun. Holland said I hadn't seen much from 2025. Yeah, I've actually. So I'm trying to get out to the theater a little bit more, and it helps doing some of these mystery movie nights because they're $5. So that helps the finance wise,
Oh
not
yeah,
dropping.
I love it when you do those because I'm always
Yeah.
so excited. I'm excited for you because I'm like, oh, I wonder
What's it
what
gonna
Corey's
be?
gonna get to go see.
Yeah, so counting those, not all of them have been, but there's been quite a few of those. I've seen 9 movies in the theater so far this year, and that for me is, I think, already breaking what I did last year in the theater. It's just I watch a lot of
um,
stuff at home.
yeah, no, no, absolutely. It looks like I've seen 20 that are that came out this year
In the
in
theater?
2020. Yeah, in the theater. Yeah, 20.
Wow, dude. Do you
Yeah.
have one of those passes?
I do not. No,
Okay.
I do
Okay.
not. I do get like the basic reward, the free rewards thing. So like you go see a movie, you buy some popcorn, blah blah blah, and then eventually you'll get like $5 off your next ticket or something. Just very basic, but I
Uh,
probably should just with the amount of movies that I see. But
no,
yeah,
I
I
don't have one.
saw.
I don't have one around me like that, but I did the same thing where they'd do a reward thing if you any tickets or concessions that you buy, it will add up points. And so I did just buy my next mystery movie night is June 2nd. And so I had enough points. So it cost me like 32 cents for that ticket that I
Oh
bought. So,
wow,
I had
well,
it
good
because it was
deal.
like $5 and with tax, it was like 523 or 532 with something like that. And I had $5 that I'd earned from going to the previous movies. So
That's what's
I'll,
great about
I'll take it.
Letterboxd is that you can go and look up like, okay, the year 2025, and then
Yeah.
it'll just pull up all the movies that you've seen for 2025. And yeah, I've seen Wolfman, which actually Allie and I got to see that one
I saw
together,
that one. Yeah.
and then Flight Risk with Marky
I did
Mark.
not see that one.
That's okay. It's okay that you missed out. Uh, Den of Thieves 2, Pantera, which was another one I wasn't really a big fan of, but a lot of people enjoyed it. So to each their own. Companion,
I saw that one
Hard
and
Eye,
loved it. We talked about that. Yeah. Hard
yeah,
Eyes.
Hard Eyes, which we both talked about. The Monkey. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. One of these actually is one that I saw on streaming that wasn't in the theater. So I guess I've seen 19 this year in the theater because one of them's The Gorge, and that was a
Oh,
streaming
yep.
movie for
I've not seen
2025.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then yeah, which The Gorge was good. I enjoyed it. It is very heavy on like the CGI and the green screen and all that kind of stuff, especially like the second half. But I thought those two lead actors killed it because it's Anya Taylor Joy and Miles Teller, who's
I like
from
both of them.
yeah,
Yeah, so
exactly,
I should check
yeah.
that one out. I like both
And
of them.
then the Monkey, which I wasn't a big fan of the Monkey because
I have
once
not
again
seen that.
it was a little too silly. I didn't really
Yeah.
care for the humor and stuff in it, but some people really enjoyed it. It just wasn't really for me.
Yeah.
Captain America: Brave New World. I
I've
actually
not seen
dug
that.
that one. I
It was
thought that
okay.
was okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that one was okay.
A
Locked.
lot of hate for it, but like if, but I think some
Every
people are gonna hate things just because they want to hate it.
every
So, too.
Marvel
Yeah.
movie is gonna get
Yeah.
hate. Locked with Anthony
Oh,
Hopkins and
well,
Pennywise.
one of the Skarsgårds, isn't it?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I always blank on it. It was a. Is it the same one that's doing
Yeah,
murder?
Pennywise.
Yeah, yeah. Is
Bill
that the one that's doing the
Skarsgård.
Murderbot series right now too?
Oh, I haven't
I've,
seen that yet.
oh,
I've
it's
heard good
good.
things about it though.
There's just two episodes out right now, and then they're doing weekly after that. I like that. It's got some
I'll
humor
have to check
mixed
that
into it.
out.
Yeah, yeah. It's so far it looks fun. I watched the first two. That's the only two they dropped right off the bat, and I'm hooked to
Ooh,
follow that a little bit more. So,
you got me intrigued.
sci-fi and some comedy mixed in there, but
I
some
dig it.
serious too. But
Yeah, but no, Locked was good. That was fun with it. It took a little while to get going, but I think once it gets to like the middle portion, like the second act
yeah,
forward, I think is like really good. It's kind of like it's a good old fashioned thriller, basically. Like
yeah,
Bill Skarsgård is his character is down on his luck and he needs to make money fast. So he goes to try to break into this car, this really ritzy looking car. He gets in and then he gets locked in to the car. And Anthony Hopkins is basically playing mind games with him.
mm,
And Bill Skarsgård can't get out of the car. It's like rigged so you can't get out of it. And then you just go on like this little thriller adventure after that. So it was fun.
yeah.
Um, I saw Ash in the theater. That was an okay sci-fi movie. Really
I don't
beautiful
know that one at all.
visuals.
I don't know that
Really
one at all.
beautiful visuals and like sound design and
Yeah.
I like that. A Working Man.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like that
Statham.
one at all. That was really bad.
Yeah.
I didn't like that action movie, man, because I hated all the characters in it, and it was just so generic and boring, and I didn't like any of the fight
Well,
sequences. It was
I
like
heard it was Beekeeper, but he's a construction worker this time. you know.
exactly, but at least the beekeeper had some like lore to it, and it was a little
Yeah.
bit more fun with the action and just you can take a shot every time you hear bee or beekeeper or whatever, and you can get like wasted off
Yeah.
that.
About
And
half hour
then
into the movie.
also, and then I saw The Amateur, which was okay, just kind of like
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
What's his name? Um, I'm blanking on the actor's name.
his name Rami Malek.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was another kind of like
It was almost like
kind of like
amateur Jason Bourne.
yeah, it's like a revenge
Yeah.
type film. But the problem is, I just wish that they had made you care more about his wife, like and like the whole. I don't know. I just didn't care enough. And then the villains in there are pretty weak too, because you don't get to know the villains at all.
Yeah.
So, and then the movie's PG-13, so when people are getting killed, it's like bloodless kills, Whereas like if they had gone rated R with The Amateur, I think it could have been cool because he's like a smart tech guy, so he's setting traps and stuff,
Okay.
like Jigsaw style. That could have been a lot more fun if it was rated R. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you might still dig that one. It's not like a terrible watch. And then there's Novocaine, which we talked about.
Yeah.
Sinners, we talked about. The Legend of Ochi, which Allie and I saw together, which was
Oh,
kind
I
of a
don't know that
cute.
one.
There's a cute little like. There's this cute little like gizmo type creature, and this girl is basically trying to get that creature back to its home. And
Okay.
Willem Dafoe is her father, and he's kind of like trying to hunt her and the creature down. Basically, he's not trying to kill his daughter, but he's trying to get to that creature and stuff. Because the humans don't get along with these creatures that are in the wilderness. That movie is also beautifully shot, and then they use practical effects and puppetry for all the little creatures in there that
Yeah.
basically look like Gizmo,
Yeah.
from Gremlins.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I saw The Accountant 2, which was fun. Thunderbolts, which was great. I had an awesome time watching
I've heard a lot of good
Thunderbolts.
things about it. I have not seen that yet. Yeah.
Until Dawn, which was pretty
I saw that one.
lackluster. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the characters in that one were pretty like stereotypical, like your usual like boring type characters that I don't know. I didn't really care for the dialogue, but what was cool with that one was all those practical effects and like the creature designs and the set designs. What did you think of it
For which
for
one?
Until Dawn?
Oh yeah, no, I had fun with it. Overall, it was I can see what you're saying. I did like that I played the game before, but it had been a long time ago. But I would like that I saw it with Jeff, John Doe
Yeah,
Bigelow, and he knew the
yeah.
game a lot better than me. And at the end of it, they have some Easter eggs and like nods to the video game. Like it's leading. So this movie ends up being kind of a prequel to the video game.
Oh, okay, that's
So
cool. That's
so there's
cool.
some stuff right at the end where they show some TV screens and some files on the desk,
Yep, I
and
remember that.
it
Yeah.
it hints to where the game is, and who did some of the voice acting for the characters in the
Ooh, okay.
game. And Rami Malek is actually one of them. So
Really? He's one of the
yeah,
voices?
yeah, yep,
Oh, that's cool.
yep,
See, I don't know anything about the game or anything like that. So, like I said, definitely check it out if you're a fan of the video game because you
yeah,
might get more out of it, and maybe you can kind of forgive some of the weak characters and
mm,
stuff. If you love the game, you know what
yeah,
I mean. You probably get more because I know Jeff rated it higher. I think he gave it like a 3.5 on Letterbox. I gave it
yeah.
two and a half.
I know he really enjoyed
Um,
it, and but I'm glad I had him to talk to after the movie because some of the things he pointed out, I'm like, oh yeah, I did see that, and I'm like, yep, I see where that tied into the game. Then at the end of it, so
Dude, all the stuff with the water when they were drinking the
oh
water and
yeah,
everything, that was awesome. That was so cool. See, when they were having
yeah,
fun with it like that, it
yeah,
was a good movie. It
yep,
just took a while because I those characters, man, every time they were talking, it was just like so generic. It's like the same stuff that you've heard in a million other movies, and it just wasn't
yeah,
interesting. But then when they got to like the horror aspect of it,
yeah,
and so like the stuff starts going down,
yeah,
it gets better, you
yep,
know.
yeah.
And
The
then
water
we
that
talked.
was good.
Yeah, the
Sorry,
water was
the
so
water is
funny.
good.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I've been talking like crazy, but
No, go for it,
it's
man.
it's
Go for it.
fun going through the
Oh yeah, go for
letterbox.
it. Go for it.
But I'm at the end. We talked about Final Destination Bloodlines, and then I just watched Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, which I don't really want to talk about because it's a
It's so
brand
new.
new
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
So I'll just let people go and check it out for themselves. But yeah, that's everything that I've seen in 2025 so far.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
You're ahead of me in the theater. Like I said, I'm like at 9, and that's uh, for the past couple years. That's already beaten, I think, what I've done each of those years. But like I said, hitting some cheaper movie nights or the mystery movie nights were a little cheaper. But um, I'll run through those quick. I'm gonna hit the chats really quick and
Yeah.
just I
I'm
saw
sorry. What
some.
I meant to say was those are all of the movies that came out in 2025 that I've seen this year. I've seen a lot more movies than just those, but those are all the movies that actually came out that were released in 2025 that I've seen.
For sure. Yep. But
Yeah.
agreed with you. Like for new release movies, even those 9 in the theater for me is hitting. That's a lot for me for the new releases because I watch a lot more as well, but usually they're older movies, either
Me
rewatches or
too.
ones,
Yeah.
or either ones I just haven't seen in the past, and go back to. But no, I know you
Yeah.
hit a lot more than that, but that's pretty impressive so far, I'd say, for 2025 releases.
So far, for the amount of movies that I've actually watched this year, just
I'll
all
have to even
movies,
look what I'm at. Yeah,
older and newer, all of it together, I've
yeah,
seen 227 movies this
dude,
year. That's how many I've watched.
dude, for real?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I'm not even close to that. Let me look at my stats. I'm trying to bring up my letterbox to look at it real quick. Try not to go to. I'm 76 for this year
Yeah. I mean,
so
hey,
far.
man, that's good. Yeah. I mean, it's hard because when
I'm behind
there's
my
so,
pace from the last couple of years though too. I'll say I watched a lot more the last 2 years, but
yeah, because there's so many fun streams to watch and other things too
yep.
that it's like, it's easy to get like distracted because there's so much good
Oh yeah.
content being put out. Like as far as YouTube, you want to hang out with your buddies and other
Yep.
streamers.
I jump into live
Yeah,
streams a lot still. YouTube.
yeah,
Uh, I think that's my most watched streaming service is YouTube by far.
me too. Oh,
Watching
easily. Yeah,
watching people's pre-recorded and live streams, jumping into them. I watch that way more than we have other streaming services, and this is by far because I'll even listen to it during the day while I'm working. Like sometimes I can't sit and like just watch the screen, but I can listen. And I'll have it up. So, if say you're like talking about the new movies you're picking up, I can hear what you're picking up and what, and you'll be like, oh, and check out this case. I'll have it right there where I can look down and be like, oh yeah,
yeah.
that is cool. But I might not be like just sitting there watching it. But I love that during the day. I listen to people's stuff all the time, and I try to be
Me
good
too.
about getting back in there and dropping a comment. But sometimes, you keep on moving on. But
All
uh,
right.
this is one I actually want to see too. Nikki, I don't know if she's still in here. This has been a while ago. Sorry, I'll jump in the chat here a little bit. But Nick was saying she did see A Complete Unknown and enjoyed it. That was the Bob Dylan movie. So I'm probably a
Ooh,
bit
yeah.
biased. She loves Bob Dylan. So I've heard that's good. I heard it's a longer one. I need to check that one out. I heard that's good. And it is on one of the streaming services I have. I know. Allie was saying Todd's death is so traumatizing. Yeah.
That's yeah, the first Final Destination. He's the one that gets hung by the
Yeah.
the cord in the bathroom. It is really like it's well done, man. It is.
See, that's what I got to go back. I got to watch those first 3 again. Yep. Laren was saying 3 is great.
It is. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm probably behind here.
Yeah. Final Destination 3 is a banger.
Holland. Oh my God, the tanny bed sequence with the,
The boobies. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Anthony.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you liked it,
They were having
Holland.
fun with that one. They were having fun with that one for sure.
They were leaning into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Larry was saying the DVD of 3 has a choose your own death adventure feature. It was really fun.
Yes, yes, that's so cool, man. And I heard that the Blu-ray, a lot of people were complaining because I think there's also 2 different Blu-rays for Final Destination 3. I was actually
Yeah.
just telling Allie about this, where one is just like a plain Jane one, and then the other one has like all these special features. And a lot of people on Amazon were complaining because there's like, where's the choose your own death adventure or whatever? That's the whole reason why I wanted this. Or like, I would have just stuck with my DVD since, because it wasn't on the Blu-ray. So people were like, there's just like a whole bunch of people complaining about that.
That they didn't have that. Well,
That
I
they
was trying
didn't
to
have that
remember.
feature on the
I
Blu-ray.
was trying to remember. Was it the first one? I remember one of the DVDs. I thought it was Final Destination, where you answered a few questions and it gave you the date of your death, like in the future,
Oh,
like what your
that's
death would be.
creepy, dude.
And I
That's
can't
really
I
creepy.
can't remember if it was the first Final Destination. I know it was for sure a Netflix rental. Like all I did was like have Netflix DVDs coming in all the time. And I remember Tammy, my wife, she wouldn't do it. I was like, "Oh, dude,"
No, hell no.
and she was like,
I'm
"Fuck
not doing
that." She was like, "Nah, I'm out."
Dude, I don't think they would do that nowadays.
Oh,
I really don't
no.
think they would do that now.
But
No.
I just can. I know it for sure was on a DVD of a movie, but I can't remember if it was Final Destination. But when I went and saw this movie, it got me thinking about it again. But it had you answer just some random questions, and then it would pop out of a date,
Oh my
a
god.
month, day, and year of what your death would be, or
Did
something
did
like
you
that.
do it?
Yeah, yeah, and I beat it. I'm past it now. So,
Oh, that's good.
and
That's
now
good.
we'll see if I finish the stream. So, like have a heart attack right in the middle of the stream, or not
the
middle of the stream,
wall
end of
the
the stream.
wall of
Yeah,
movies just falls on you.
just see me like fall back in my chair. But no, I can't remember what the date was, but it really wasn't that far out at the time, and it was quite a while ago. So I think I'm well past that date. But yeah, I was like, "You want to do it?" She was like, "No."
Right, like
She's
hell
like,
no.
"Get
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna freak
remote
out
away
all the
from
way up.
me."
Yeah.
She's like, "You watch that by yourself." But that's where the DVDs had some interactive things on
They
there that
did,
you
yeah.
don't see now on Blu-rays and 4Ks, really. But Nanette was saying, "I love Low Lifes." I'll
Oh,
have
there you go.
to.
Yeah, that's the Tubi original one
Yep,
I was telling you about. Yep.
I got it marked on my IMDb. I'll have to make sure to get back and watch that. We got, if you're still in here, Joel's in here. Dark Room Reviews
Hey
saying the
Joel.
original Final Destination is the best in my opinion.
Oh dude, I love the original one. I saw that in the theater when it first came out with my dad, actually. Saw that
Yeah,
one together.
that's a
Yep.
good one. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
My favorite I think is the second one, but
Oh
I
yeah,
think the characters, I still like the characters better in the first one, but the second one I like the the opening premonition, which I also love in the first one, but the second one, man, that opening premonition is just on another level. And
yeah.
I think I like how the third act wraps up better than in the first film. But they're close, man. They're like neck and neck.
Well, and I think the first one was just so new at the time too. Like, so when that first time you saw that, like, I don't know, it was like, oh, that's kind of cool. The whole premonition and what
Exactly, yeah.
happened, and then what unfolds after that.
And
But
it's Devon Sawa, man, so it's
yeah,
so cool. You love seeing Devon Sawa in these horror movies, you know.
you know, Joel was saying watching King of New York for the first time. There you go. I think that's Christopher Walken. I want to
It
say,
is, yeah.
yeah.
Christopher Walken.
Uh, Mr. Walken. I can't do his
Walken.
voice.
Right.
Hey Sam, what's going on? If you're still in here, I know I'm
Oh,
behind, but thank you for jumping in. Hey Corey and Anthony.
what's going on, Sam? Yeah. They've been killing it with the live streams and stuff lately,
Ah, they're
too. They've
going
been putting out some good
hardcore.
stuff.
She
I just
finally got.
watched one of their live streams today, like
Oh,
earlier
nice.
today, yeah.
Oh, I missed that one, but yeah, she's back in the country, so she's or back in her country, and
Right.
they're knocking out the live streams again. But I told
Yeah,
her, I'm like, you guys are hard workers. You can knock it out.
they were talking about that, like Repo Man, the opera, like the original one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to
Yeah,
go
they were
back
talking
and
about that. Yeah, it's cool. I've never seen that. It's like a musical. It's like a dark musical. Um, yeah,
huh.
Repo Man. Because they did a remake to it that's not a musical. That's just like, it's got like Forrest Whitaker and I forgot the other guy's name. But they did a remake that's just like a straightforward movie, which I actually really liked, but I've never seen the original.
Hmm. I guess I haven't either. Prince is asking Anthony, which movie you think will make more money, Bloodlines or the reboot of I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Ooh.
What do you think is
I
going to be the
think,
winner?
ooh, God, that is tough. I think Bloodlines is going to stay on top. I do. I think Bloodlines might stay on top because
They had a
people are
strong open.
just,
They had a strong
they
open.
did. Because man, it's so they're both playing off of the nostalgia though. But
Hmm.
Final Destination just has so many movies and it's been built up for so long. And so I don't know. It's going to be hard to top that.
And some
But
people
I'm
said it
looking
was a
forward
good it
to.
was a good wait too. Like it
It was a
was
good way, yeah,
enough time in between the run of the other ones, and
yeah,
um, yeah,
one hundred
kind of a
percent.
return to form.
That is another movie I'm looking forward to this year. Though, is that I know what you did last summer, like or I guess technically it's a sequel. Yeah, I guess it's a
Yeah,
sequel, but that should be pretty. I'm sorry, it's a requel, right? So because it's a sequel to the first film, but well, maybe it is counting the second one as well, and maybe even I think there was a third one that's straight to DVD as well, maybe. But no, maybe it
yeah.
is just a straight up sequel to all of them. I'm not sure, But it looks
I
fun.
guess I don't know.
The fisherman killer character looks badass, dude. I mean, he's
I
got
actually
like
haven't
the.
watched anything of it yet. I haven't seen
Oh,
any.
okay. Well, I
Yeah,
won't even say anything, but he looks really cool.
cool.
Yeah.
I was saying Ryan Merriman is the guy from Final Destination 3.
Oh, there you go. That's the actor that's paired with Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Yeah.
There you go. Nanette was saying, I'm sorry that I missed your live stream, Sam. YouTube just sent me the notification for it just now. I've had that happen before too, where I get a notification and it's for a stream that happened in the past, but you just get
Yeah.
the notification. Yeah, YouTube kind of, that happens. That happens.
I
Prince
think
was
it was.
saying,
Yeah, I think it's called Repo Man: A Genetic Opera. I think is the one what they did the stream on. Sam and Brendan, and then their
I'll have
friends
to look.
joined
I think
them.
she threw that out in the comments, but I haven't
Oh,
gotten
okay.
there
I
yet. But
think that it's
I think
something
she's got
like
it down
that.
there.
Yeah.
Prince was saying I might do companion and freaky tales tomorrow. There you go.
Ooh,
Go
I
for
like
it.
it.
Sam was saying that's okay, Nanette. There's always next time. Yep. Always another stream. But where I just lost my chat. It just jumped on me.
I did the thing where it just like went
It
cruising.
did.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm going to the next one and it just
As
shot
jumps.
up.
Yeah.
Shoot. Here. I'll just pick one. Johnny was saying that chili was awesome. Yep. Okay. So
Oh,
I am behind, but yep, Nikki made some good
that's all
chili.
I'm going to be thinking about now.
Now I'm hungry. I haven't had
Yeah.
supper yet either. So Corey brought his own hot sauce, I hope. Yeah. No, I did not, but I do have too many in the fridge. I do stock up on the hot sauces.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Sam was saying sour cream and cheese on chili. I like spicy too. I will do that too.
Sam, that's exactly how because not everybody does that. Not everybody throws like the cheese and the sour cream on their chili, but
Yep.
I do like that a lot. Yeah, I
So,
like the dairy on there. Yeah,
I'll do
big
that
time.
too. Sour
Yeah, I
cream.
do. I load it too. I'll load
Yep.
it with cheese and sour cream on there.
Ch-
Yeah.
Cheese, sour cream, saltine crackers crushed up in there, and then sometimes I'll dump some hot sauce in there if I want to
Oh
spice it
yeah.
up a little bit. But
Hell yeah.
yep. I usually get made fun of because I make the chili like solid almost with all the crackers and everything I throw in there. You know, it just kind of like solidifies. But I'm like, I don't care. It's what I like.
I like that though. Yeah, like that thicker chili.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Yeah.
Yep, I do that for sure. All right. Let's see here. Lauren says I love sour cream. Everyone knows it. There you go.
Yep.
Hey Maria, what's going on? The Mangerino Adventures, if I could talk. If you're still in here, thank you for jumping in here. I know I'm behind on the chat, but appreciate you dropping in and saying hi if you're still around.
Yeah. What's up?
Prince was asking about the gorge. Yeah, Anthony was
Oh,
just talking about liking that one, so that's where how far behind I'm on the chat.
there you go. Yeah, I gave my thoughts on that one. Yeah. No, I
Now I'll
dug
have
it.
to
Man. It was fun.
check it out. I'll have to check it out because I got a free trial going on right now with Apple TV Plus because I'm watching that Murderbot series I was talking about. So that's on there.
Oh, that's on Apple Plus. Oh,
Yep.
okay, cool.
Yep.
All right,
So
yeah.
it's on
Because
there.
have you seen Severance?
No, a
Oh,
few people have
dude,
been
I'm
talking about
telling
that. Yep.
Allie got me hooked on Severance. I watched the first season. I basically like binged it over a couple of nights. And I haven't watched season 2 because I figured we could watch it together, me and her. So I've waited. But that first season of Severance, man, it will just knock you on your ass. It's so good because it is like a true sci-fi show. You know what I
Then I'll
mean?
like
Like
that
it
then.
is. And you just don't get a lot of. Well, what's funny is you're watching another one on Apple TV Plus, another sci-fi show, which is cool
Yeah.
because you don't get a ton of good sci-fi stuff. You know what I mean? But Severance is so well done.
I'll have to check that out. It's funny because I actually went in to the office today and went out with some people were in from out of town from my team, and we went out for lunch, and they were talking about that show today and saying they really enjoyed it. So
Oh man,
I've not seen that yet, but now I have that. I think I have like a 3-month free trial of
oh cool.
Apple TV,
Yeah.
so I have to binge a bunch of stuff. So
Yeah, I think you'll dig it.
like hiccup, sorry.
No, I think you'll really like it.
But I heard some good things about that. Nikki was saying, "Thank you, Johnny. I would would have done a spicy chili, but I wasn't sure about getting it too hot. So I just elected a sweeter version. It was very
That's
good.
probably a safe bet too.
Yeah.
Some people can't handle like anything
Yep.
spicy, so
Yep.
it's probably a
You went
good.
you went the
Yeah.
good route, I think, on there. But
Yep.
if I ever am back around, you can make me a spicy chili. I'll do
Ooh,
it.
yeah.
I'll do that too.
Yeah.
Then I was saying I've never had sour cream in my chili, but love cheese in my chili. There you go.
There you go. That's
Get the shredded
great.
cheese. Throw that on there.
Shredded cheese, little onion too. I like the little onion
Oh
in there as well.
yeah, I could do that. I could do
Yeah,
that.
little like cut up, little diced onion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could do that. Princess, I'm nearly 300 movies in my letterbox. Wow, go for
Dude,
you.
he
Go,
kills
man.
it.
Go, man.
He kills it, and Allie also kills it. It's funny because I've tried keeping up with Allie with the movie watching, and I was
Yeah.
just like, because you've seen how many. I mean, I've got a ton. What did I say, 227 or something? But
Oh, a
she
lot.
just like
Yeah.
she kills me on the weekends because when she's off of work, she just like with those movies, and it's like a machine gun.
Next.
And I'm just like, damn, man, I cannot catch up with her because she gets so far ahead on those weekend watches. And I'm like,
Yeah.
damn it. And because I start watching like streams and other stuff, and then I get behind, and then I just get too far behind.
She's
like,
just a champ with it.
yeah, she is. Yeah.
I love it. I need to get some more going. Like I said, I'm off my pace. I wasn't to those levels, but the last couple of years I was watching a lot more by this point than I have. And so just, yeah, I got to get back into it. I always have fun watching movies, so I need to do that. Prince was saying Gorge felt like a episode of Last of Us.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen The Last of Us, but I know what you mean because The Last of Us is basically like a Walking Dead type show.
Yeah.
Also, and I know it's based off of the video game and stuff, but
Yeah.
I can see those comparisons for sure.
Sam was saying, love me some Miles Teller. There you go.
He's such a good actor, man.
Whiplash.
He kills it.
I love Whiplash in that. And yeah, he's good.
Have you seen him in that movie? I think it's called 21 and Over, where it's Miles. It's a comedy. It's like a raunchy kind of comedy movie where they take their friend, like Miles Teller and this other guy, take their buddy out to go drinking for like his 21st birthday, and he just gets wasted, and then they're trying to figure out where he lives because he lives in like a dorm, but they forgot where he was, and then they just go on this crazy late night adventure, and their friends running around drunk doing all sorts of crazy stuff, and they gotta like track him down. Yeah, it's called 21 and Over. It's really good.
I'll have to look that up. The one I got for him, I just got in not too long ago that I think Allie mentioned she liked it, and a few other people. Allie, if you didn't, I thought you did, but The Spectacular Now is one that I just got in, that he is in, that I have not watched yet. I remember seeing that poster, but I have not seen the movie. I remember seeing that image there.
It's fun, man. Do you have Prime Video?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah,
it's on there.
Yeah, okay. If you wanted to check it out, yeah, it's fun.
I'll have to try to do that. Where am I at? I lost it again. Larry was saying shout out to Johnny for not removing everyone who mentioned liking sour cream in the chat.
Yeah. It was Johnny. I was trying to think of who was like going nuts in Bob's video about sour cream. It was Johnny. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, dude, it's funny that some people just hate it. They don't.
Yeah.
They do
well, and I think he
it's crazy.
That time he was specifically saying do not put any on there, and it came with like a gigantic
dude, I would have
on top of it.
I would have just taken that sour cream and just added it to my plate because I could pretty much just eat it with whatever. I'll just scoop it over.
Well, I think that was like the salt in the wound. He was like very, very he explained very politely he did not want any on there, and when it came, it was just like a big old dollop right on top, like a gigantic amount.
A dollop of daisy.
A dollop,
just like the commercial.
Yep. I had to pull that out there, but it was more than a dollop. It was a dollop and a half. We'll say that. Bill Skarsgård or Holland was saying Murderbot is Alexander Skarsgård. There you go. I always get them mixed up. I always say the wrong names.
Oh, Alexander Skarsgård. Okay.
for Murderbot, I guess. There you go. Then that was saying, what movie would you compare Novocaine to? Hmm.
Ooh. That's
Uh,
can you still hear me okay?
yeah, I
Can you
can
hear
hear
me
you.
okay? Okay,
Yeah,
good. My
yeah.
earbuds died, so I had to take them out.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, I'm talking too long.
No, no,
I'm
no, you're
keeping.
good. I just my they die out quickly.
It sounds a
Okay,
little different, but I can hear you fine.
good. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to compare that to. What do you think?
Um, Somebody was throwing out, and I'm like, okay, I can kind of see that. They were saying like a more realistic comedic version of Deadpool. Like, I mean, not quite, but like where he just doesn't feel the pain or he kind of bounces back
Oh,
from it,
yeah, okay.
kind of a thing. Um,
I could see
so
that. Yeah, sure.
I'm like, I can kind of see that, but
Oh, you know what I was thinking is there is one that I mean I guess like as far as the story goes, it's a way different story, but Kick-Ass.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah, Kick-Ass because Kick-Ass like he can't feel any
yeah,
pain or anything.
yeah,
Well,
yeah. No, that's
he's got the nerve damage and all that
yeah.
stuff like with his joints and everything.
Your
So,
superpower is you can get the crap beat out of you and you can not hurt from it, or
yeah.
whatever. But no, I would say that's a perfect comparison. Yeah,
Yeah.
kick ass. But yeah, because that's funny. Like in the movie too, like she's like, "You're a superhero," and he's like, "Well, no, you know, I just can't feel those things."
Right.
But
Not quite.
yeah.
you know.
Holland was saying trapped with Dr. Lecter. I don't know
Ooh,
what that was.
my
We don't want
goodness.
that. We don't want that. If you're still in here, Sean was saying, "Hey, what's up,
Hey, Sean.
Cornwall?
Yeah. What's up, dude?
Good to see you." If you're still in here, I know I'm way bad and behind on the chat here. Enigma, if you're still in here, said you are live. Yes, we are. I am
How's it going,
alive.
Enigma?
I'm
Yeah.
live and alive, both.
Rock
Thanks
and
for
roll.
jumping in. Saying Corey styling himself more every live stream. I'm styling myself.
Yeah, man, because you got the cool plaid. I'm telling you,
Oh,
the orange, black, and gray plaid, man.
it got
You got the season, you got the Halloween season vibes going. People dig it, man.
it
And then
got
you even
chilly
got
again.
like the green undershirt, so
Mm.
you're really rocking the Halloween look. Yeah.
It was all on purpose. I was like, I'm gonna
There you
go for a
go.
look tonight.
Yeah.
I gotta rock
You
it.
got the stubble.
That
You
got
know what
it.
I mean? Yeah. Yep.
I don't like fully shaven, so I usually will have different levels of stubble there.
Yep.
So I hate shaving. Uh, what's up, Sean? We got in here. Nari's saying same. Lots of live streams here. Yeah, we always got a lot of people in here doing live streams themselves or other ones going on. I hope some of you are still in here. I know I fell way behind, but we got Huck in here at one point
Oh,
saying, "Hey, fellas,
what's going
toy
on,
talk."
Huck?
Yeah, we got through the toys. Now we're just random talk. So
Yep.
good to see you. We're good at doing that.
The morning mug.
Yeah, absolutely. Always fun hanging out with him on Tuesday mornings. I believe it is. I always get the day wrong. Yeah, Tuesday mornings. I will say, but I always love jumping in his. He's got a great show. He does. Sometimes in the evening, he throws it out there too.
He does. Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll do a surprise evening one every once in a while. Yeah.
yeah. Ari's World was saying, were we just talking about Netflix DVDs the other day? Yeah. When I was throwing that out there, I did that forever where I just had, you have like your queue on
Yeah.
Netflix. And as soon as you send one back, the next one would come out to you. And I did that forever. I still remember the day I got an email saying, you gotta, if you want to keep getting DVDs, we're doing streaming now. If you want to keep getting DVDs, it's going to be a higher price.
Oh wow.
But it probably still is cheaper than what it is now,
Oh
at
okay.
that time. Because this has been quite a while ago. But I think they were trying to wean people off of the DVDs. They wanted to go the
Just
streaming
straight
route.
streaming.
Yeah.
So that was their way of doing it. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
want those DVDs, they're gonna cost you
Yep.
more.
The price was going to go up. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Like
I used to
whatever,
have,
guys.
yeah.
Whatever.
It was always funny because you had like different packages too, where you could have like the 1, 2, or 3 DVDs at the time,
Yes.
And I think I was a 3 DVD person for quite a while. So
Now I gotta ask you, when they stopped with like their Netflix physical media stuff, did you happen to still have some of their DVDs before you return them? Like, because I know there are people out there that kept some of those Netflix
Oh,
DVDs because
no.
they're transitioning to streaming, so they
And
held
they wanted
on
collectibles.
because they didn't, right? Because they didn't, they didn't.
No, I did not think about. No, I did not keep any of those. Or it would have been
Yeah,
kind of fun to keep some of the envelopes.
the envelopes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's kind of like it's like having a Blockbuster return box, at your house or
Yes.
something like
Yep.
that. No, I did not. I guess I did not. I did not think about doing that. But,
Yeah. I know some
but
people did though. I know they kept them because they knew like, oh well, they're just gonna throw these in the
yeah,
trash anyway. So they're like, ah,
yeah.
just keep them. Yeah.
No, I didn't. No, I should have
It's like how
went
some
back and did
people
that.
would rent like a movie from Blockbuster, like a VHS, and then they would just keep it because
Yeah.
they're like, oh,
I do have some VHS tapes still that have Blockbuster stickers on them, but they would sell, like they'd have a big movie come out and they'd have like a ton of them to rent. And then when it got older, they would start selling off some of the extra copies and only
yeah,
have like,
yep.
instead of like 10 copies out to rent at a time, they would have two or something like that and they would sell off. So I do have some that still have some Blockbuster stickers on there from that, but I did buy them from them.
Yeah, no, I did the same thing when Blockbuster was going out of business. I went through there and bought some of their like DVDs and stuff, and they obviously had like the Blockbuster on the case still. That's when I
Yep.
actually got into the show Clone Wars, Star Wars: The Clone
Oh yeah.
Wars, the
Yeah, yeah.
animated one, because
Hmm.
they had the whole first season. And it was like it's funny. It was like 4 or 5 DVD cases because that's how they did it back then. They're like, okay, you can rent like season one, like part one,
Yep.
and it comes with like a few episodes, and then you can rent the second one. But I just bought like all 4 or 5 of them, and I watched it, and I was like, oh my god, this show is amazing. And then
Yep.
then I went to like Target and started buying all the other seasons, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just
I I think I have up through maybe 5 on DVD because my son got really into it, but I started watching it with him, and I'm like, this is pretty good. And
it
then
is,
so we
yeah. There you
we
go.
would sit and I would watch it together with him, and so that was like a Christmas gift. It seemed like each year somebody would get the next season on DVD for him for
Heck yeah. I'm gonna
the
grab them really quick because I'm looking at them right
Oh,
now. Hold on,
go
give me
for it,
one
go for it.
second.
Yeah, I'll just start running through the chat
Yeah.
again a little bit here. Movie Hunter is in here. Saying evening, everyone. Thanks for jumping in here. Hope you're still in here. I know I'm like behind. There was Sam talking about Repo, the genetic opera. There you go. Yeah, we were trying to figure out the name of that one. Ari's World was saying extra chili powder and oyster crackers. There you go. I'd be up for that. Hey Maria, what's going on? It's saying, yes, I'm here, so I'm back and still here. Okay, thank you so much. Well, I never know. I get falling behind. I say hi to people, and then sometimes I don't get to your chats. I know I'm pretty far behind, probably. So thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us. Um, yeah, Nikki was saying Allie is doing some marathon movie watching. There you go. It's fun to do that when you can get that fit in. Hey Jeff, what's going on? John Doe Juggalo saying, my friends, sorry I'm late. Nah, you're never late. You're right on time. I appreciate you jumping in and saying hi. Always a lot of stuff going on, so I appreciate you, man.
Jeff.
Say, hey, Jeff.
Jeff.
So I appreciate you doing that. I was just trying to catch up a little bit here because I know I'm way behind. If I skip anybody's, it's not on purpose. So if you had a question or something I missed, throw that back out there. But then that was I kept one of my Netflix DVDs. There you go.
There you go. I knew somebody did. I
Nanette's
knew
got
there'd
the
be someone.
souvenir.
Yeah,
Yep, Nanette's got the souvenir.
because it got to that point where they were like transitioned out, and then people still had like some of those DVDs left over, and they just kept them. You know what I mean? This is
Yep.
like, well, because I guarantee you Netflix took those and threw them in the trash.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
I would bet any amount of money they just took them, threw them in the trash. Like
they were saving money by getting rid of warehouses.
Yeah.
Like they weren't having to store them somewhere. So, no, I'm sure. But oh man, I wish I would have done that.
Yeah.
Prince was saying, "Are you a fan of 21 Pilots, Corey?" I don't listen to them a lot, but Trench, that album, I like quite a bit. So I'm not saying I don't like them, but Trench especially, I have that on vinyl, and that's a I can listen to that album almost like all the way through. So yeah, I would say I enjoy them. Yeah, for sure. Nick was saying that's my grandson's favorite band. Oh, there you go. Got a 21 Pilots fan there. So
There you go.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, what'd you grab?
Oh, I just grabbed so got this bad boy right here.
99 cents up in the corner. I love
Clone
it.
Wars. Yeah. Yeah. And I've got 4 of these. And they all came from Blockbuster. Yep. Yep.
I love that.
Yeah, they're all Blockbuster DVDs.
DVDs.
And you got the classic
Nice. Got the
Blockbuster
stamp.
logo on the
Yeah.
inside.
Got like the
You got a
embossed.
little disc artwork on there. Yeah.
I like it.
Yep. So I got 4 of those, and then after that's what got me into the Clone Wars, is that right there. And then I proceeded to get season 2 on DVD.
Yeah, I think those are kind of like the sets we have. That one. Yeah.
And these are just gorgeous, man.
Oh yeah, they're nice sets.
I love these sets here.
Yeah, they're nice sets.
You got the characters and so cool. And then got a season 3 with Anakin.
Yep. You got that one.
And then a season 4
Yeah.
with Darth Maul. Which is pretty cool. Because you get... I don't want to spoil it.
You don't spoil it for people?
But there's a reason. You got some Darth Maul action going on there. And then we've got the 5th season.
I think that's the last.
Kenobi.
I think that's the last one we have.
Yep. And then I think when they brought it back, they went straight to streaming because it was on Disney Plus after that. So I think that's it as far as.
Maybe we only have 4. I have to look again. I know we at least have the first 4 seasons. I have to look and see if we have the 5th one. But yeah, my son got into that, and then I'm like, hey, that's not so bad.
Right, no, not at all.
I got watching them with him too, and I got into it.
That's like one of my top like animated shows of all time. I think it's just like phenomenal, because that's all George Lucas and Dave Filoni doing that show. So that is like classic, beautiful, non-shitty Disney Star Wars.
Well,
it's not. There's no Disney Star Wars touching those. It's all George Lucas and Dave Filoni, and it's just like pure magic, like what you love about the original trilogy, and yeah.
Well, and it's like, why couldn't they have done movies like that? It's like,
I know. I don't get
like
it,
some of the storylines and stuff in those animated, like they were very popular, and I'm like, why couldn't they have ran with that kind of writing with some of the movies? But
and then I also like the prequels, which obviously that's where the Clone Wars kind of takes place, is in that prequel, in that timeline there. So, but it just, even if you don't like the prequels, I'm telling you, if you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to love this animated series. You just got to give it a shot. You really do.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got hooked into it when my son was watching it quite a bit, and we'd sit down and watch. Yeah, that was like our thing. We'd sit down and watch it. It was on streaming, but then, like I said, that got to be a thing where sometimes the grandparents didn't know what to buy the kids for Christmas. They're like, we just want something they'll like. And it got to be a thing where they just would buy the next season, then would be out on DVD, and they would just buy the new one for him each Christmas, and he'd get the next season. And I was like, that's perfect, because he would go back and rewatch those. And yeah, I watched quite a bit of that with him too. So.
And I remember when they introduced Ahsoka, which was pretty controversial at the time, because people are like, oh, you're gonna have this like girl in there now, like you're gonna have this girl fighting like Padawan bullshit, you know? And it's like, and then Ahsoka has turned out to be one of like the most iconic characters in Star Wars because
I was gonna
she's
say
like
she
a
became very
fan
popular.
favorite,
Yeah.
awesome character, great storyline, build up, like everything was. But I remember people at first they're like, Snips, like the stupid little, like following around Anakin, like she's like a little dog or something. Like, why do we need this character? And then she just turns out to like blow everybody's expectation like out of the wall, like
Uh,
just murders it. She just does an excellent job. And she's like a super iconic character now. It's just like, so it's funny. It's funny how that worked out.
well, and I think they just did so well with the writing with her character too.
They
Like
did.
the way that they brought her in and how it carried through that.
Yep.
Anyway, it was done in a very good way, and obviously, like you said, it paid off. Like they did a good job with it. You know, with as popular as that character is now. And,
Oh yeah, she's she's huge. I mean, she even
mhm.
got her own like live action show, which I haven't watched that.
I
You know,
haven't
I mean,
either.
because I'm not as big on the Disney Star Wars stuff. You know what I mean? And to each their own. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
just it's hard when you go from like the original like trilogy and then even the prequels and then the Clone Wars and then you kind of go with what Disney does and Disney kind of just they do what they do.
yeah,
That's all I'll
yeah,
say. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But yeah.
yeah. Movie Hunter said they would wholesale them to Movies You Buy Company. Oh, maybe Netflix when they were getting rid of the DVDs.
Movies you
I
buy
don't,
come to
I
interest.
don't
Well,
know
that's
that
good. That
one.
makes me
Yeah.
feel better that they just didn't
Didn't trash them.
destroy them. Yeah, because I heard the horror stories about people that worked at Blockbuster when they were getting rid of like I think VHS and DVDs and stuff, and they were just like throwing them in the dumpster
Oh,
and putting them through like a compactor, like a
I'm
trash
just like, give them to
compactor and
me.
stuff. And I'm just like destroying all that stuff. I'm like, oh my
Oh,
god,
oh, that's sad.
it
But
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully they got resold and everything. Prince was saying, "What do you think of my final YouTube nickname, good sirs? Prince, aka Asian Action Assassin. Sounds
I
pretty
dig
good,
it.
man. Go
Triple
for
A.
it. Triple A, yeah, nice. I like that.
Triple A.
Triple A action right there. So
Yeah.
you got a winner, man."
I dig it, man. I do.
Movie Hunter was saying, "I went and bought the UK version of Clone Wars. It was the only way to get the series on Blu-ray. The US only made 1 through 4 on Blue. Yeah,
Oh,
I
interesting.
only have DVDs of the ones we have because it was before I really got into Blu-rays when we first started buying them. So, and the kids had little portable DVD players. You know, like the little
Oh,
screen would pop up
yeah, yep,
when
I
we were
do. Yeah,
driving.
yeah,
You know, those
yeah.
like little.
I do. I
Uh,
had one. I had one when I was a kid too. Yeah.
well, and so that I think we leaned into DVDs a little bit more too because those only played the DVDs, not the
The
Blu-rays,
DVDs. Yeah.
and so we were like, oh, we'll get those so he could watch them. You know, when we traveled quite a bit, a lot of road trips, and um, yeah, that way he could watch some Clone Wars when we were running around.
Oh man,
Uh,
that's awesome. That's awesome. I thought they looked good for for what it's worth. I thought they
the
looked good
DVDs look
on
good.
DVD.
Yeah.
As far as the animation goes, I'm sure it does look better on Blu-ray, but and I get it because when you love a show so much, you want it on like the best format that you
Sure.
can watch it on. So I get it. Yeah.
No, I do too. Movie Hunter was asking, have you looked into Rebels yet? I have not.
I haven't. No, I haven't either. I've heard really like nothing but good things about it though. Um, I would like to check it out.
You'll have to say
There's
if you
something
saw it.
about it. It kind of looked like maybe a little bit more kiddie-ish. And I think the animation's different too. Um, but I've also heard that like no, they have like really serious moments and like big characters show up and stuff like that too. So one of these days I will check that out because I think that's also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that is that also before Disney acquired Star Wars.
I
I,
guess
I it
I don't know
might
that.
be. I'm not 100% sure, but it might be there. Yeah, they'll have to let us know.
Prince was saying badass, isn't it? Oh, probably nickname. Yep, absolutely. Triple A. There you
Triple A.
go. And then you missed this, but I need Anthony's thoughts on Until Dawn. We did talk about that a little earlier.
I talked about that too. Yep,
Yep.
yep. I wasn't a fan of the characters or the dialogue from the characters and stuff, but I really like the use of practical effects, creature design, set design, stuff like that. And if you're somebody who plays the games, you probably get more out of it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though the movie's different than the game, but it had some tie-ins and some nods to the game in parts. And oh, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Uh-oh.
My mom's calling me.
Oh,
I'll call her back. I'll call her back.
You're grounded, buddy. That's
I'm
a
getting
wrap on
grounded
that. No
for
more,
sure.
no more Blu-rays for you.
No, I think she's probably asking about tomorrow because I said I was going to drive down and not too far from where she lives. It's a couple hours away from me, but I'm going to hit an IMAX theater in the morning to do Mission Impossible. And I'm like, hey, if I drive down there, you want to grab lunch after that? So I'm sure that's what she's calling about. So
Could you imagine coming back home and like your office area where you have all your movies and stuff, it's just locked? And she puts like a padlock on it, like, I saw you dismiss my call when I was going down there. You just can't get into your own your own office.
please, please. I'll answer it next time. I don't care if I'm on a live stream.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have answered it and be like, hey, I'm putting you on speakerphone.
Right.
Everybody could have talked to her. Actually, I was kind of joking around. I don't know if I'll actually do it, but I've been doing a lot of the lunch live streams on Friday. So I'll be down there. I won't be at home. But I almost thought about trying to, it won't be as good a quality probably, but I almost thought about taking my laptop and trying to make her get on YouTube for a little bit. So
Ooh,
my
you
mom,
should, man.
I don't know if
That'd
she'll
be
go.
cool.
I don't know if she'll go for it or not, but we'll see.
That'd
see
be
if
cool. You totally should. Yeah, I like it.
they finally have a little better internet. where
Have
I
her
can do
talk
it.
about like her favorite movies.
I might have to do that.
Yeah.
I have a couple movies I want to watch with her still. I got to get down there, and there's some older movies that she hasn't seen either. And I was like, oh, we're gonna have to do some movie nights. So we used to go to the theater, especially before I could drive. She was always really cool about taking me to the movies. So
Ooh.
there were some movies that I know she suffered through that she really didn't care to see, but she went and saw them because I wanted to. So she was a sweetheart for that. So
What kind of movies does your mom like?
she would, so she steers away from violence, I would say. So no horror, even like war movies, just
Action
with
movies probably
Yeah.
stays away from that. Yeah, probably more like dramas, comedies, romance.
Yeah, I'd say romance, drama, comedies she would go for a little bit more. So like one of the older ones that I had that she actually hadn't seen was Shop Around the Corner. So it's actually, that was You've Got Mail, the Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan is kind of that's kind of a remake of the Shop
I
Around
didn't know
the
that.
Corner. Yeah, yep. So with Jimmy Stewart and I can't remember the actress that's in there, but that was the original, and You Got Mail was kind of a remake kind of twist on that original movie. So
Shop Around the Corner.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So I thought she would like that one. And then, we had some Christmas ones like last year. Well, no, last year we didn't end up getting to see that, but I was going to, like, White Christmas just came out on 4K. I think last, and you bring Crosby and stuff like that. And so I thought, we could watch, she would like some Christmas movies, and she usually likes to keep it a little more lighthearted, which is fine. So
those all sound great. I was actually going to ask you if she likes musicals.
she would go for, she'd go for that. I kind of wondered about Wicked, if she would
Okay,
like that one, even, like a newer one. But it's a longer movie too, so sometimes she's not like a big fan of. I think that's like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
It's long,
or something like
it's
that.
almost 3 hours.
Yeah. So, which I don't blame her. She's kind of like, if you could do 2 hours and under, she'd probably be more inclined to watch it, which I don't blame her at all. But no, I think she could do a musical. Like we've sat and watched Wizard of Oz together.
Classic.
She enjoys that one. And
What about Singing in the Rain?
she loves that one. Yeah, that's a great one. Those would be up her alley. She's not against newer ones, but that's where, like, newer ones, I'm just saying, like, probably more lighthearted ones she'll go for. But She's a sweetheart. She wears her heart on her sleeve. She can't watch anything too tear jerky, or she'll be crying like crazy, which is perfectly fine. And like, yeah, she anything with a little too much violence, she's kind of like, I'm out.
She's not gonna sit and watch The Crow from
No,
1994.
no,
Okay.
she wouldn't go to that. And I misquoted this. I've said this in another movie or in another stream, and I said the wrong movie, but it was RoboCop 2. She
Ooh,
took me to. She walked out pretty quickly in that one.
she
She didn't
walked
last.
out.
Yeah, she didn't last very long. What she would usually do if it was too violent of a movie, she would say, I'm going to meet you outside when you're done. And she would go walk into whatever's playing next door. So
Oh
like,
wow.
like a PG or something, whatever was playing next door. That was not a violent one. That one pretty early. I remember walking out of that one, but
That's
like,
a brutal one, man. There's a lot of
yeah,
violence and dark
she didn't,
humor in
she didn't
RoboCop
make it
2.
very, she didn't
Yeah.
make it very far. No, it was really early on. And I'm
Yeah.
like, for sure. She's like, yeah, I'm not watching this. She's like, have fun. She bought my rated R ticket because I don't think I was old enough technically at the time. She's like, I'll meet you out front when you're done. But like one that I wanted to see, it was like a midnight showing almost when it first came out, but Batman 89, when that first came out, I wanted to see that
Ooh.
so badly. She had to work really early the next morning. She still took me out to that one. I mean, it wasn't midnight, but it started like after 11 o'clock, and that was a couple hour movie. So, and we lived a ways away from the city where it was playing at. And she watched that one all the way through. So she made it through that one. But, yeah, no, it was always fun. I have some good memories going watching movies with her. So
Oh, Corey, are you muted, or did your sound cut off, or is it
can you
on
hear
my
me?
end?
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, your sound cut off,
Oh,
or is it my sound?
I don't know. People in the chat, if anybody still in there, can you still hear me? Give me a thumbs up or I'm okay or not. I don't know. Hopefully it's still going. Hopefully, can you hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you.
Yeah, it was really weird. Yeah, there was like I think it was probably my audio or something happened.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was weird because I heard most of what you said, and then it just kind of cut out right there when you were wrapping up your Batman '89. What you were talking about there, where you said, yeah. So wait, did your mom? Did she enjoy Batman '89 or?
She watched it. She made it all the way through that one. Like that wasn't one that she walked out of, but like RoboCop 2, she was like, "Nah, I'm done."
Okay.
She was out of there. But no, Batman. So that wouldn't be her first choice of a movie, Batman. But she was fine with it. That it wasn't too violent for her. So, all right, everybody's in there. Thank you. Everybody's saying welcome back and can hear you. So I appreciate that, everybody. Yeah, you never know with these things. I've had things cut out on my end before too. With these
I couldn't. That's the thing. I wish it would tell you like who it is. It's always like a mystery.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it me?
I've had that.
Yeah.
I had a frantic time when I had Nadia was in here earlier. I think it was on her stream when I had her on. It wasn't recognizing my camera, and I was like, "Come on!" And I actually had to run and get a different camera to use. And it's like on that stream, it's like a different angle because the cord wasn't long enough for it. And I'm like, whatever, it is working. But for whatever reason, it wasn't recognizing my camera. But I've had it where sound's been funky and stuff. So I'm glad.
Yeah, one of those crazy Dutch angles.
Well, it was like a side, like what side looks better? You like that side or this side? Yeah, I was doing some of that stuff, but
no, that was fun. I mean, it was cool. I like hearing these stories about like your mom and like all the movies that you guys watch together and those kind of stories. I think that's fun. Just different tastes too. Because I was gonna say, because at least Batman 1989 is not too violent or too dark.
It's not bloody. It's not bloody.
It's because it's Tim Burton, so it does have like a gothic aesthetic to it, which can be kind of a turn off. I could see for some people that aren't used to it, but but it is like I guess it is a darker movie.
But I think what helped her with that one was it wasn't like bloody or
right,
like
gory, bloody, carnage. You know,
that's
like
where
it didn't have any.
she'd be like, nah,
Right.
that's not her thing. But yeah, very good. But I'm sorry, I know I kind of went way off.
No,
I
I
had
loved
fun
it. I
talking with
loved
you. I
it.
hadn't hung out with you for a while, man. So
I think it's cool too that like your mom, instead of like dragging you out of the theater, would just like let you sit and watch the movie like
oh yeah,
RoboCop 2, and then she would just go find something for like herself to watch. You know what
yep.
I mean?
She
Because
wa
she
she
easily, you know, because some mothers probably would, you know, would just like pull their kid out of the seat and be like, "You're not watching this," you know. And I'm like,
I've I've joked about this before, but it's kind of funny. My parents, not that they were okay with it, but they would lean towards like violence in a movie. They were more accepting of than like nudity and sex in a movie.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like shooting up and violence, they'd be like, I'm not watching it, but you have fun, But if it would have been like TNA and
Oh yeah, that kind
things
of,
going on,
right.
she probably would have been like, you're leaving with me right now.
Exactly. Yeah,
But it's just kind of funny. I don't know. Some people are just different about
they're different.
those
Yep.
things, but
Just like
yeah,
other countries too is the same thing. Whereas like
yeah,
violence is a big taboo over in a lot of other countries, especially back in like, you know, like the like 70s, 80s, like, you
hmm
know what I mean, like, but like, you know, TNA and that kind of stuff, not as big of a deal over there. You know
right,
what I mean?
hmm
So it's funny because it's kind of like we're kind of swapped in that way. You
yep,
know, like, yeah.
yep. No, I've ran into a few people saying that
From other
from
countries.
European countries compared to
Yep.
ours, and how or their rating system cracks down on violence a lot more than
Oh yeah.
nudity and sexual content or whatever. And like here, it's almost like the
The
opposite
opposite.
too.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go, Del. No, never rub another man's rhubarb. The Batman,
Yeah,
Joker.
that's so good.
Another, never rub another man's rhubarb.
God, dude,
Nicholson's
Jack
great, man.
Nicholson is, oh my god, he's just amazing, man. He's so good at playing those villain roles. They're
Yep.
always iconic. You know what I mean? Like
They
Jack
said,
Torrance from The Shining. I mean, it's
oh yeah,
just
yeah,
so
oh yeah,
iconic. I mean, he's just amazing at it. He really
yep.
is.
Well, and I always heard that Batman movie. He was rich anyway, but that made him filthy rich. That was
Oh yeah.
one where they couldn't quite, I don't think, hit his salary that he wanted, and he agreed on like a lot less, but he got a percentage of the sales of
Yeah.
merchandise,
Oh man, that was
and
genius.
it ended
Genius.
up blowing up. And I think I saw some interview where they said industry people changed contracts after that because they were like how much he got, how much
Oh
money he
yeah.
made from that,
Yep.
because no one at the time, there had been like Star Wars and some other like merchandising things, but nothing like, there hadn't been a lot of superhero movies at that time. There was Superman before in the late 70s and 80s, but like nothing that like sold like crazy. But
No.
apparently he did some deal where he got a percentage of like merchandising that was sold after that. And that movie went nuts. And
Oh
I
my.
think he was like, not that he wasn't set before, but I think that one, it really
He,
signed the check there for him. So
he's like, I'm buying an island.
yeah, I think he had that kind of money. I think after that, where it was like,
That's kind of what like Robert Downey Jr. did with his contract too. Like later on with like Iron Man and stuff. I
oh
think
yeah,
he gets like a percentage of, you know, like a percentage of what the movie makes, like on top of his salary.
yeah,
You know, like, oh, we're gonna pay you this much to play Iron Man, but then he also gets like a cut of how much the movie actually grosses too. And I think that's what made Robert Downey Jr. like even richer, is
oh
because that character of Iron Man just blew up. So he was just making money hand over fist.
oh yeah.
Like,
No, that's
yeah.
awesome for him. I think I saw some interview or something. They were showing. I think it was at his house or something. But he had like this big full suit of Iron Man in his house,
Oh
like
man, that's awesome.
almost like a shrine, because he was just like, yeah, everything I got right now is because of that suit right there, kind of a
Oh.
thing, like kind of like that character Tony Stark and Iron Man with him. yeah, he did well with that.
Oh
So,
yeah, I mean it's
but
like
he is kind of like a shrine to Iron Man almost.
that's so great. No, hey, I don't blame him.
I would
Man.
too.
Yeah, I'm like, right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Plus, it's just such a cool looking suit too. It'd
Hmm.
be nice to have it propped up. I don't know if he's like a big nerd guy when it comes to like collectibles and all that kind of stuff, but I think it's awesome that he actually has just
Oh
like
yeah,
a
no, it's
shrine dedicated to the Iron Man suit.
yeah. Well, I don't know
Yeah.
if you would call it a shrine, but it looked like one to me. But it was a full size Iron Man suit, and I was like, that's pretty darn cool. Anyway, but
Yeah,
but it.
I wonder if it was the original. I
Oh,
wonder if
I
it was
guess
from the
I don't.
first movie, or if he just had like a replica made.
I guess I don't know on that one, but either way, it was looked legitimate. I mean, like it wasn't a cheap knockoff thing.
Oh no, no, I'm
it
sure
was
it was.
pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
um, Nanette was saying, "Have y'all seen the movie Wolf?" Oh, Jack Nicholson, yeah, and Michelle Pfeiffer,
Yeah.
and oh gosh, what's the other guy's name? That's kind of the weasel in that.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on his name now. I can picture him, but he was in a lot of '80s movies. Oh
Yeah.
gosh,
No, I know.
I'm
Oh my
totally
God, I don't know.
blanking
I'm
on his
blanking
name.
on it. Yeah.
Somebody's probably already saying it in the chat, but
Yeah.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to look
because
it
he
up.
plays. I know. I hate that too. It's always when you're on the spot. You always forget people's
I
names.
know.
But he plays the voice of Ultron. He was in the show
Yes,
Blacklist.
yes.
He's been in a million movies.
James Spader.
James Spader, yeah. He's been in so many things. I know.
Somebody's probably already said it, but I was blanking on that. But
Yeah.
yes, so I have seen Wolf, and I actually like it. I was looking to pick it up. There's not a lot of U.S. copies really good to get a hold of, but I saw import. I was almost going to grab it. I always laugh. There's a scene in that after he's kind of changing in the bathroom when he's kind of getting his charisma or whatever, but when he kind of stands up to James Spader's character, and I just always laugh where he's kind of telling him off, and they're both standing at the urinals, and he just
Yeah.
turns and like pees all over his shoes, and he's
Yeah.
like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "I'm just marking my territory." You got and you got in the way, and I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of badass," But I think he's walking away, and James Spader is like, "Really nice. These are or he's like, they're suede," and he's like, "That's asparagus," or something like that. And
Like
I was
that
like,
smelling coming out of
yep.
his end, buddy.
But
Dude, he has
anyway,
a crazy
yeah, that's a
look
good
in
one.
that movie too.
Oh
Like
yeah.
Wolf. When as like he's like looking more and more like a wolf,
Hmm.
it does kind of remind me more of like the classic Wolf Man,
Yeah.
from back then. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. Jack Nicholson in anything is just, you just love watching him. He's
He
just so
doesn't.
entertaining. Even in the movie the Bucket List, which was like later in his career
Oh yeah.
with Morgan Freeman, I thought those two had a great like back and forth.
Oh yeah.
And I really enjoyed that movie. I saw that one in the theater too. But
Actually, one we were just talking about watching, it's in one of my Columbia Classic sets that I have back here, is as good as it gets, and I
ooh,
kind of forget about that one, and that's a good one. A
excellent.
great cast.
Yeah.
You got Greg Kinnear, Cuba Gooding Jr., and Helen Hunt, and I mean, I hadn't seen it in a long time, so that was one that we were talking about breaking out of the set and watching that before too long. But
That movie holds up, man. Yeah, it still holds up really well. I saw that one in the theater too. Yep, and his performance, because he's playing somebody that has like severe like phobias and OCD and all that stuff, and I just thought he nailed that role, because you don't get that a ton in movies. I know they did it in the show Monk.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I think it's interesting to explore people that are very like neurotic in that way, and they're kind of like ritualistic, and everything has to be a certain way, and their OCD can kind of get the best of them, because I think a lot of people experience that in real life to some degree. Maybe not that heavily, but like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I was just joking the other night about how I'm lay down in bed and like, did I lock the front door? And I have to get back up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I know I just did it, but like, you go and check it 2 more times before you go to sleep or something. And so No, I know. Like, there's different things, but it's like everybody's got a little bit of levels of, but it adds to that story so much too, and kind of his character arc in that it's a good arc for his character because
Oh yeah.
he starts out such a jerk, you know.
Oh, he
And,
is big time, big time.
and
Especially what he says to Helen Hunt's character about like, you know, her son. That little like remark about, you know,
I
like,
forgot
oh
about.
well, he's not going to be around that much longer anyway, or something like that. Like something like, and he
Yeah.
just says it
Oh
so off
gosh.
the cuff, and she's like, you know, don't you ever talk about my son ever again. And then she's like, you sick fuck, you know,
Yeah.
like, and I'm like, oh wow, because Helen Hunt really sells that scene. That's
I
like
forgot
all
about that.
on. That's like her performance right there, and it is very memorable because you can tell that's like you just talked
You crossed
about
the line.
you crossed the line. You talked about a mother's like sick
Mhm.
son, you know, because he's got like severe like asthma,
Yeah,
breathing disorder.
he's very
like
sick.
that.
Or
Yeah, he's very sickly or whatever. And it's like you saw like Helen Hunt like killed that performance. She just nailed it. I was scared and I wasn't. You know, I'm just watching a movie. I'm like, oh
It's like,
man,
oh, now you did it, Jack. Mhm.
right? Like that is it.
Well, but that's right. Like, I forgot about that scene, but that's the thing where there's a lot of that. She puts up with him like verbally beating her up, you know, kind of like being mean to
Yeah.
her and rude, and she can deal that. But then it's like, nope, that's all out of bounds. You can't talk about my son, you know, like
Yeah.
that's you. Yeah, don't cross
That's
the
a
mama.
powerful, like a really powerful scene. That one's stuck with me for a long time. I still remember that. I'm like, oh man, you know, like yeah,
That makes
that's
me want to
great.
watch it even sooner now. But
And
no, I
then
was just talking about that.
Greg Kinnear too. You know, minor spoilers. You know, whatever. You know, I mean, the movie's been out forever, but like when he gets beat up in his apartment, I mean, you just feel like terrible for him because the makeup job that they did looked so good
Oh
too. So
yeah,
you're like, oh man, this poor guy, and his like wrist is broken, you know, and he's a painter, he's an artist.
yep,
So it's like it's just so sad. Like you feel so bad for Greg Kinnear's character because like the whole way just like bad things are kind of happening to him, and
yeah,
he's just a nice guy and he's a painter and stuff. But then I love it when Helen Hunt just like kind of like gives him that motivation and then he like tears that
yep,
cast off and
yep,
he's like it's so good. It's great. It really
yep.
is. Yeah.
I got to get back and watch that one. But Huck saying I have a shrine to my chicken boy. There you go. That was his.
Chicken Boy, I remember that.
I still got to watch that movie, Huck. I have not seen that, but
Chicken Boy.
yeah, he's chicken boy in a Steel Frontier. I think the movie is called.
Yeah, I remember him talking about this in a stream.
I hope I didn't
yeah.
mess the name up of that. I thought it was something like that. I want to watch that so bad because I keep on hearing about his role in that one. So I got
Steel Frontier.
I think that's what it was. Huck, if you're still in here, I'm sorry if I got the wrong
Chicken
name.
Boy. I love it. That's fun.
But I thought it was something like that. Oh, yep, there you go. It even says it brought up cast, and I see the Huckster there.
Yeah, this movie right here, Steel Frontier.
Hold on, sorry, I'm gonna bring. Yep, I think that's it. I think that's
this
it.
looks fun. This just looks fun.
I know. I gotta find it and watch it because I've heard some stuff. But yeah, Holland said Steel Frontier. Yep, there you go. I thought that's what it was called, but yeah, that looks like it. But that's awesome.
I see him. He's right there.
I know.
Oh, man.
That's what I googled it, and he came up right
he's
up there.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Huck, I'm gonna tell you, Huck, that's a good picture of you. You got a good look going there,
That is
man.
a good picture. Yeah.
Good headshot there, bud.
Yeah,
I
you
like
can tell
that.
too. He was like posing for the camera. You know?
That was a for real. I meant to take
Right.
the picture.
Yeah, real suave. You know. Yeah.
No, I love that,
God,
Huck. That
dude,
you
got Kane Hodder and you got Brian James. Like, yeah,
we had some names in there. That's
heavy hitters here.
yeah, more than I ever did, man. That's awesome. That's pretty cool to have that. But I still need to check that out sometime. But yeah, got your chicken boy shrine. I love that. Movie Hunter is saying it's possibly one of the movie suits. He said, I'm taking that home with me. Oh yeah, with Iron Man. Maybe he could have, especially in a later one where he was like, nope, that's mine. And they're like, okay, you're making us billions of dollars. So
especially in some of those movies where there's like multiple suits,
oh
you
yeah.
know, and like it's
Hmm.
like, I'm gonna take that one because every movie they upgrade the suit, so they probably just don't really need the other one except for maybe some like background shots
Yep.
just to show it's still there sometimes. But
Yep.
other than that, yeah,
Yep. That's like mine. And there you go. See, I knew somebody would throw the name out there when we were
James
stumbling
Spader,
on
yeah.
it, but James Spader. Yep.
You know what it is? Because whenever I think of him, I always think like, wait, David Spade? David Spade? And then I got to think about it for a second. I'm like, no, James Spader, James Spader.
Yep.
But I always think of David Spade every time.
I could
I'm
see
like,
that.
not David Spade, James Spade, James Spader.
Nope, I could see that.
Every single time, yeah.
Huck's saying I need to give a as good as it gets rewatch as well. Yep. I was just saying
Oh,
that because
man.
I
Yeah, it's so
haven't rewatched all the movies that are well, some of them I haven't seen yet either, but the two of the Columbia Classic sets I got, and that's in there. And I was just talking about the other night. I was like, told my wife, I was like, "Do you remember As Good as It Gets?" She's like, "Oh yeah." And I'm like, would you watch it again if I wanted to watch it?" And she's like, "Sure." So I always try to throw that out if I think it's one that any of the others in the house will want to watch, and I'll make sure to wait, and watch
Yeah.
it with them if they want to. And if it's one they're like, "Nah, that's not me," and I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." And I just know I can watch it whenever. So, Holland says it's on his watch list. Oh, you never seen it before? It's worth a watch. I'd say that for sure.
Definitely.
Steel Frontier. Yep. See, you probably threw that out there when I was still stumbling on it, but that's it. Anthony, he's on the back. What? Oh, the movie poster, Steel Frontier. I think when you pulled it up and said, "Is that the right one?"
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's what he was talking
because I
about.
saw him on the cast list, and I pulled up the
Yep.
poster. Yep.
Yep, I think that's what he was saying. And then Laren, Huck equals handsome. There you go. Well, that picture too. People go Google. You can check him out on there, but I need a cool picture like that. No, in all seriousness, Huck, that is so awesome that you were in a movie like that, and I got to check that out still.
I'm not showing his name, but I was going to show just the picture.
There you go. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Killer, man. That's killer.
That's a good picture.
It is. Yeah,
I'm not afraid to say.
that's a great headshot,
picture,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "Shut up, move on." No. But no, man. I don't know. Sorry, I've been kind of wandered for a while. We're at 3:20. What do you think?
Oh yeah. No, man. I love doing these because it's like you said, it's been such a long time or whatever.
It has been. It feels like it's been a long time.
And it's fun. But I mean, I always love watching you on other people's streams too.
Oh, thank you.
I
always like watching your videos.
What's the stream that you do with Sin, and then there's usually like the two other guys. I forgot the name of it. I just watched a bunch of them.
So
you guys all talk about movies and everything. I forgot what's.
Well, there's one that I've jumped on with them. They're both like their streams I kind of have going on. One is for the mystery movie nights. They'll do one to talk about that. So those are usually Monday nights, and then the stream is on Tuesday to talk about that mystery movie that we'd go on to. And then Paul Off the Cover, he's one of them that usually joins on those, and he does once in a while a Thirsty Thursday.
That's what it was. Thirsty Thursdays. I couldn't remember the name of it. That's what it was. Yeah, Those Thirsty Thursdays. Yeah, those were fun. I was watching those.
Yeah. So they were nice enough to let me hop on a few of those too. And yeah, they're fun to hang out with. But yeah, you don't usually have to twist my arm too hard to sit and talk about
and then you were
movies
on,
and stuff. Or...
He was in here earlier. You were on Sean's channel as well. You did a live stream over on his channel when you were doing like a movie watch. I forgot which movie. Do you remember which one you watched?
Oh shoot! Now you asked that.
I couldn't. I couldn't remember which.
That's
one
been a
you
while
watched.
ago now.
I know it was. It was a while ago, but it's fun seeing.
Maybe it was Green Room.
Oh, damn.
It might have been Green Room. Green Room.
Green Room's fire, man. Love that.
If I got that wrong, sorry, Sean. If you're still listening,
No,
I want to say.
Curious.
I almost think it was Green Room, and that was a first time watch for me.
Oh, that was your first time watching it too?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that movie.
Well, I mean, I watched it before the stream because I wanted to be able to talk to them and not like. But me watching it right before that stream for that stream was my first time watch for that movie. But
what'd you think of it?
Oh, I thought it was good.
Oh man,
It was that hard. There's some hardcore moments in that
there
too.
are.
It's like, but yeah, that was definitely, that's what's fun with some of those streams like that. I had that Blu-ray sitting on my shelf. I hadn't watched it yet. Heard good things about it, but then you kind of get the, hey, you want to do a watch along about that, and it gets you to pull it off the shelf and watch the movie. So it was
Oh
nice
yeah,
to check
Patrick
another one off.
Stewart.
He was
Woo, Patrick
evil.
Stewart's character, man. Oh
A
my god, it's weird seeing
different
Jean-Luc
character for him.
Jean-Luc Picard, you know, as like this evil guy,
Like evil.
and you know, he's also Professor Xavier, so he's
Yep.
just like two hero characters,
Yep.
Jean-Luc Picard and Professor Xavier, and then he just plays like the worst of the worst.
Yeah, definitely. It was like, he's like,
oh man,
it was probably like, what can I do that's completely opposite of all the characters I've ever done before? Here you go, Green Room.
Yep,
And
exactly.
it was, because he's always like the nurturing teacher, and this was like the evil teacher in this one, because he was kind of
oh yeah,
heading up a lot of the group there. But
yep. And I remember he
good.
was. I remember reading about like the behind the scenes stuff on that, and it said that he was reading that Green Room script in his house, you know, and I think he also had like a whiskey or a scotch or something he was drinking too. And every time he like flipped the page, he would like get up and like he would go lock a door in his house because every time he like read a page, he was getting more and more freaked out by like, you know, the script, and he would like get up and go like lock another door to make sure he's like all secured and stuff. I just thought it was so cool because he already had the perfect looks. He's like bald and stuff, you know, so it worked out really well. But
the script was freaking him out.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah.
He's like, what am I supposed to be saying or doing here?
Exactly. He's like, all right, I guess I'll try it, because it goes against like type, you know, kind of for him, big time.
Yeah, no, that was a big switch for him.
Oh no, I was going to tell you, check out Blue Ruin by the same director.
I have seen
another.
that.
Oh,
I have
you've seen Blue Ruin?
Yes.
Oh, okay, awesome, cool.
Yep.
Did you like that one too?
Yes, I like that very much. I do have an import Blu-ray of that one.
That's right. I think I even remember when you showed that off, because I was thinking I need to get that as well. Because I actually don't own it, because it's hard to come by.
Yep, that I came across, and it was at a decent price too. But it is region locked. But I have a region free Blu-ray player, so I can watch it. But I mean, you have to have that. But that one was at a good price. But I do really like that one a lot.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
another very grounded.
Yeah,
you know, type movie too, which I appreciate about it.
Yeah, very believable. Real.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like
somebody in that situation, like going through what he's going through, and yeah, it is. That's what I love about it the most, is like that it is very believable, and you know, he screws up,
exactly.
You know, and he doesn't make the best decisions all the time, and I really enjoy that about it.
That's where I like it. He's not like revenge mode and just like tear everything apart. Like he makes mistakes, like you said, like makes wrong decisions or puts himself in a bad spot and stuff. And that's where it's like, it's very believable, where it's just like, he's not thinking all the way through some things, you know, and like, but yeah, no, that's good. That's a good one for sure.
He's no John Wick.
No.
We'll say it like that. He's no John Wick.
Yeah. He's very, like I said, it's very grounded and realistic. I'd say that in a good way. In a good way.
Definitely. Yeah.
I saw somebody pop in here. We got Steve Mayers in here saying greetings, Corey, Anthony, and Flick friends. Hello.
What's up, Steve?
Nanette's back again. Thank you, Nanette. Hey, we've been going long enough. You could duck in and out of here.
I was going to say,
we're just hanging out, going some highs back and forth. Where did I also see Larry right here saying Blue Ruin rules?
Yes,
it is a good one.
Yeah.
It is a good one. And then we got Brian in here. What's up, Brian?
Oh, what's up? What's going on, Brian and Coco?
He's like, what was the NECA stuff? I missed it. Oh, there was some good stuff here. we got.
You got a couple things by you. Do you want to like fly through a couple of them right there? Unless you
I
already
can.
put them like okay,
No, no, no.
you don't gotta go through all, but maybe just like show a few or something.
Yeah, I'll try to grab just a couple. We'll do some highlights. All of them are. I would say was happy. Oops, I'm dropping stuff now, as I'm going to make a mess. But we'll go. We'll show American Werewolf in London with the
So
lenticular cover. I like that. That was a cool one.
Heck yeah.
The soldier there, the wolf soldier.
Brian's a big collector too, with
Okay.
all sorts of different. Like he has like all the Toonie Terrors that
Nice.
NECA puts out. He's got all of those like in box, and he hangs them throughout his house. Him and Coco, they hang them all up, and stuff. And so it looks really cool.
Oops, I'm knocking things over. That's cool.
But he's a big collector too. So
well, he'll appreciate it then. So I'll show that one, and then I'll show another cool box too. The Thing.
Oh man, that's such a
Ultimate
killer.
McCready.
That's a beautiful figure and an awesome box.
So those are a couple I'll probably show off right off the bat of those. But there's other cool ones in there, but those are probably a couple highlights. Those are a couple highlights from it for sure. And I'm gonna have to pull the cowboy hat thing out and put that on him.
Oh, you gotta put the whiskey bottle.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that. But no, and then we got a couple of the classic. We got some Frankensteins, Wolfman from the Universal Monsters. Got some Alien.
Couple Alien figures.
Yeah. So pretty good.
Conjuring
Conjuring 2.
Alien and then Aliens, I think was the other one, right? Yeah. Or were they both?
Yes. No, you're correct. You're correct.
Yeah,
Alien and
Aliens,
Aliens.
Yeah.
Between the two. Oh, then we had Ultimate Brain Gremlins 2.
So cool. That's such a fun one. Yeah.
So we had that
You
one too.
can't tell me that if you took that out of the box and just put that right next to your computer, that wouldn't put like a smile on your face every day.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at that little guy.
I know. Got the glasses and put that
that
beaker in his hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was very happy. There was some good things in there. The one thing, like I said before, and it's not a complaint, but there was like 3 major franchises I threw out that I wouldn't mind getting in there. Didn't get any 3 of those, but I'm not going to complain at all because all the rest were, I'd say, solid.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure.
There were some solid ones in there.
And now you can feel free to, if you're done with like the horror boxes and stuff for a little bit, you can go pick up a couple Jason figures, maybe a Michael Myers one. I actually just got a Scream Greats Michael Myers, which is really nice because it's the original 1978 look of Michael Myers, which I hadn't owned any version of up until I got that one. And I got it from Walmart and it was clearance because you know how Walmart has like those cool bloody disgusting displays with all the, and if you wait long enough, eventually that stuff will go on clearance and then they'll make way for like the new stuff. So I got lucky and there was like one left of those Michael Myers and it was $25 instead of $35 like they normally are. So I was like, $25, get the original Michael Myers look, and everything. And it's a nice figure.
Nice.
Because Trick or Treat Studios does their line called Scream Greats. And that's like their horror figure line,
Okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty sweet. They also did like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. They did a bunch of those figures and they have like a whole nother line of Killer Clowns coming out now too. So they're going to have quite a few. But they're awesome. Yeah.
One I'm probably gonna go after is the one I sent you a picture of a while back, where it was the Jason New Blood.
Oh, dude, it's so I love that's my favorite of the Jasons. I think it's like the best look.
Well, when we did our rundown of all the Friday the 13th movies, I said that was my favorite Jason, and my favorite movie too. And they did the look good on that, but I held off buying that just in case there was one in here. It's not, so I'm gonna go back and try to find that. But and I think you made a comment about it too. But that one had so many accessories with it too, like in the set with him.
Dude, a ton of accessories, every weapon
Almost every kill.
that Jason used to kill
Yeah.
in that movie is
Yeah.
in there. It's nuts.
Yep.
It's such
So-
a well done figure, and like the articulation on it, and just the sculpt of it, just the look of his face, you know, without the mask. But then he looks really cool because it comes with the mask that explodes, so it comes in like a couple pieces, and then you can literally like open the mask, and then his face is there. It's amazing. I still need to get the Pamela Voorhees that came out. That's the newest one.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But no, that Jason, I could see that being one to go after here before too long, before I can't find it again somewhere. But my local Best Buy actually had it sitting out. That's where I saw it the last time. So I might have to see if they still got it sitting on the shelf or not. So we will see. Movie Hunter said, got to rewatch and see what I missed. Bet you it's no Ed 209. No, there was no big old Ed 209. That's okay. I wasn't expecting that. That was a crazy nice surprise on the last one. So
that was huge.
Not I was not expecting that with this one, but no, I was very happy about that one. One of my favorite movies too. So it was very cool. Got some highs back and forth. We'll kind of run through these real quick, and we probably can wrap her up for the night.
Wrap her up?
Just like I said right here, because Allie's saying, dang, you guys are still going? Allie, you know we don't shut up. Just keep on talking. I could even go longer, but I got to get up early in the morning and go get out of town to go see my movie for the
and get some chili.
Get some chili. Maybe
we'll see
we'll see if I get some chili. I don't know if my mom's probably not making any more or any tomorrow.
You might have to get some chili on the way there, man. You
maybe
I stop at like Texas Roadhouse, get some chili or something. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Breakfast of Champions. I'll do that for
absolutely.
Brian was saying we got another toy haul to film. Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, I can't wait. You know,
I'll
Brian,
see what you got.
Man, they get all sorts of goodies.
They have some cool stuff.
Yeah.
I'll check it out, man. I'll be interested to see when you put that video out. Brian was saying, I'm still waiting for Leprechaun's Scream Greats. That's one of our favorite horror franchises.
I can't wait. Yes. I mean, that's, you know, the Leprechaun franchise, definitely. Like, since I was a kid renting those from Blockbuster, that was like one of the first big like horror franchises that I got into, like that and Child's Play.
Yeah.
And Puppet Master as well. So yeah, I feel the same way, Brian. I love that look of the Leprechaun. It's so cool, and it's gonna look great in that when Scream Greats puts it out. That figure is just gonna be like phenomenal.
Wow.
And what's cool about their stuff is too, what I've noticed is like it's more of like a solid piece, like the sculpt with very minimal articulation, pretty much just like the arms, maybe the head moves a bit, but there's not a ton of articulation. But you know, there's something about like the simplicity of it that's kind of nice, because the one thing is with NECA is that, you know, it comes with so much articulation that you're trying to figure out like the perfect way to like pose it.
How do I want
like,
it?
Which weapon to put in there and like all this stuff. Yeah. But with Scream Greats, they're very simple. It's like just the figure, very minimal articulation. Maybe they'll throw in like a weapon, like one weapon, and maybe like with the Halloween figure, it was Michael, a little pumpkin, the knife, and then an alternate hand or an alternate arm, and the hand is like a gripper hand, so it can hold the knife. Okay. And that's it. It's very simple, you know, but still beautiful sculpt.
Very cool.
I mean, it looks just like 1978 Michael Myers. So,
it's cool. Very cool. Where did I just leave off here? Nikki was saying Allie had to marathon a quick movie and then pop back into the screen. There you go.
She's got to.
She had enough time to
staying ahead of me in the watch list.
Get a couple more in there, so you can't catch up too quickly. Britt say you've been going for 3 hours. Burrito wrap now. Yep, there you go. Ooh, we'll wrap her up here, but well, we've had a lot longer ones in the past. Good. Yeah, I'll take a burrito. I'm hungry. I haven't had supper yet. That's probably bad. I'm going to eat something huge and then be like, go to bed. But Ryan was saying that Ash and Cheryl set NECA just put out is amazing.
It is. It's so cool, man. Yeah, it's a dub. I've noticed that NECA lately, especially, has been putting out like a lot of double packs.
Yeah.
Because they did one for the Return of the Living Dead.
I saw you showing that one. That one looked really cool. Yeah.
And that was super cool. I was so happy to get both of those. And I know they're doing it for Ash and then there was another one that was newer too that was also An American Werewolf in London. They had the two guys from the movie, the two leads, and then they also have like different head sculpts to show them, like the one guy decaying and then the other guy turning into like a wolf or whatever and stuff. I don't know, it was really a nice set, but NECA's been doing that quite a bit lately, I notice.
Oh, cool.
Trying to get you with the double buy.
Yeah.
Trying to get you with the, like, you need both of these.
You gotta buy both. It's a little higher price probably.
It's double. Yeah, 'cause if a normal figure would cost you like 35 to 37 range, the double pack is $70.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just getting you to buy two.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just buy two. Just buy them both. They're best friends.
You know you like them. They look good together. Come on. Princess Tennessee trip went well. Yeah, it was a good trip. It was a good time. It was a lot of fun. I was saying I actually left to move a piece of furniture and got some McDonald's on the way back there.
She told me she was helping.
I'm hungry now.
She told me she was moving the piece of furniture, but she didn't tell me. A McDonald's trip. Heck yeah.
She's probably texting you right now, like trying to talk to you and be like, "Why are you still talking to that dude?"
No. She just told me she had to dip out and help her friend with that really quick.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, we've been going long enough.
She didn't mention that McDonald's trip. That sounds pretty good. I wonder if she got those. McDonald's has those new, like chicken strips that they're doing that are like.
I guess I don't know.
Yeah, they're really good. They're like just these little chicken tenders. That they're doing now, and they're good, man. They're really good.
I'll have to maybe check that out. But
I'll just keep adding to make you more and more hungry.
Oh yeah, no, I'm there. I'm there.
Bed.
I'm ready. I'm ready to eat now. Yep. Allie said we need an American Werewolf double pack. Anthony, I need that Griffin Dunn figure.
I know, it's so funny. I feel like she wants that set even more than I do, which is hilarious. But I mean, she loves that Griffin Dunn character there so much. And,
if I said it right. Griffin Dunn, I think. But,
yeah, and the figure looks so good. He's the best friend that starts like decaying.
It gets his face is all.
He's the zombie ghost apparition thing. Yeah.
Yep. No, very good. Yeah, I could see that being cool. I'll have to look that one up and check it out. Oh, Brian's helping us out there. Mick Crispy Strips.
Mick Crispy Strips.
I'm gonna I might have to try that out.
Brian knows what's up.
So I did not get the tenders. I got the 2 cheeseburger meal. There you go.
Yeah, that's her go-to.
Go-to?
Usually. Yeah, that's like her go-to. But
2 cheeseburger
she had a bad
meal.
experience with the tenders the last time she got them. They weren't cooked the best or whatever. They weren't the best one. You know how McDonald's is. Yeah. It's kind of like 50-50. But when I tried them, and I got them like late at night. I came back from Vegas and it was super late at night. And my parents and I got back from Vegas and it was super late at night. And we're like, man, we're hungry. And we went to McDonald's at like 11 o'clock at night. And we're like, oh, this food's going to taste like ass. But sure enough, dude, it was good. It was all really like hot and fresh. I don't know how, but it was.
You hit it. You got it at the right time.
I got lucky.
There you go.
We all got lucky with that one. Yeah.
Larry Jose Griffin Dunn also directed Practical Magic. Okay.
Oh,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yes,
and,
what a legend.
And that's another one of Allie's like favorite all-time movies, Practical Magic. Yeah, I forgot that. That's right. She told me that. Yeah, he did. He directed it. Yeah. Look at Larry coming with those facts, man. He's good.
I know. Drop them out there, and Allie be right there with you. She always is good with that too.
Oh yeah.
So, all right. Well, I tell you what. How about we call it evening? I'm hungry now. We've been talking about food. Now I'm ready to go get something to eat. I haven't eaten for a while, so I think I'm set for that. But thanks so much for hanging out and doing this. This was a lot of fun. Always fun. Have fun time shooting the breeze. We just need to do this again sometime, and it doesn't even have to be for a purpose. Just I can get on here and just randomly talk about, hey, what you been watching the last couple weeks?
Anytime, man. If you're ever feeling like, oh, I just want to stream, but I don't feel like streaming alone or whatever.
Yeah.
You can call on me and we can have a good like back and forth discussion. Talk about new movies that we've seen, new movies that we purchased.
Yeah.
Like a haul video. Talk about some new NECA figures. Maybe by then you'll have the New Blood Jason in your collection.
I might have to look that up and see.
I love it.
But no, I
thank
appreciate
you so much for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on. Yeah. But do you have anything rolling out you want to throw out there, or?
I don't. Oh well, no. Well, we have our stream coming up. Actually, oh, that's right.
We do have another stream coming up next week.
I'll be seeing you really soon. Yeah. Next Thursday.
Yeah, a week from today.
We're gonna have me, you, and Ashley.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about zombie movies and infected movies and all.
We're including them all.
Yeah.
Everybody's welcome to the party.
So that's gonna be a blast, man. I'm gonna have
It'll be fun.
Giant just stack of like Blu-ray, like zombie, Blu-rays and 4Ks and all that good stuff. And because I assume we'll just go in a circle and kind of just talk about our favorites. And I'm just gonna have I'm pulling like all those movies out. So that'll be a blast. I can't wait.
And I know you guys will beat me for sure. You have more in your collection than I do, but they're fun to talk about and might run across some I haven't heard of before, so it's always kind of fun to run through all those, and I'll find some new movies to throw on the watch list. So, but
Absolutely.
So next week, if people have not heard enough of us talking,
yeah, exactly,
you can come back again. Maybe a week will be enough time. If you dare. If you dare. Poor Ashley. We'll see where.
Oh God, I know. Ashley's gonna be like, "You two, just shut the hell up."
Shut up. No, she'll have a good time. But yeah,
it'll be fun.
I think she was excited about talking about some zombie movies because it was her idea, and she said people don't talk about zombie movies enough, so we need to have a stream talking about zombie movies. So
I agree.
We're gonna do it.
Yep.
So. All right. Well, if you hang on for a second, everybody, thank you so much for joining in. Chat was awesome. We went for a long time, and a lot of you were hanging out for a long time. And even if you were dipping out and coming back, you came back. So I appreciate that very, very much. So if you were on here for a little bit or checking out a replay even, thank you very much. Love you all. Have a great one. And we'll be hanging out and talking real soon. So
later.
Thanks, everybody. See you later.